You got me under control. You got it under control. Just like David danced, I will dance before you, Lord. Just like Daniel in the den, I will stay strong. So when trials and tribulations come, that's the time I will sing to you this song. Nothing to worry about. I know you got it. Don't need to cry no more. I know you got it. I can stand and be proud. Yeah. I know you got it. Shout out your name so loud. You got my back. And you never let me go. You got my back. And you never let me go. You got my back. And you never let me go. You got my back. You got my back. You got it under control. Under control. You got it under control. Yeah. Under control. You got it under control. Yeah. Under control. You got it under control. Yes, you do. Under control. Though the winds may blow and the storm clouds rise.
Microphone check 1 2 2 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear Vera?
Is there anybody out there?
Is there anybody? Is there anybody?
You like foolishness. Good morning, good morning.
Hey everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Y'all come on in the room. For those that are on radio, you do apologize. You're already in the room. We are coming in the room with you if you're on radio. Good afternoon, 20 minutes gone past the 1 o'clock hour. Glory 93.9 FM, your favorite gospel station. It's a beautiful Saturday, first day of October 2022. Welcome to the last quarter of the year.
Oh my God.
Oh
my goodness.
No, it's not.
That just hit me again.
Oh, that's like, it's not. That's wrong.
I was excited and I was like, wait a minute. What?
I got me wrong. You be scared. It's not like,
No.
am I wrong? Let's welcome stuff.
Oh my goodness.
We
done been through this before. Morning is symbolic. It is morning somewhere in the world.
You want to do what you want.
You can't have it your way.
This is not working.
And it's definitely not that good afternoon
It's
tea
not going
either.
to be that good afternoon. It's not good morning tea. That's what it's going to be. Sounds in the background for those that are listening via radio that heard the song from the start. Those joining on Facebook, that's the new release from one Marisha Walker, a personal friend of ours, friend of the podcast, friend of the show, friend of Glory 93.9 FM. Actually, one we call her management. 93.9 FM. Marisha Walker's song is called Under Control. That's the one we heard. That's the latest release from her. So we moved away from Reverend Damien for a while, and now we get under control, and hopefully we'll stay under control.
Available on all the platforms.
I don't think it's available as yet. I don't think it's released it as yet.
Okay.
So the only platform I think you can hear it is here at Glory
93.9
exclusivity is the way we operate.
Get the exclusive.
We get just one station. Yeah. So that's thank you, Marisha, for allowing us to play your song, even though you didn't allow us.
If it goes left, I'll take all the blame.
Yeah,
it was my idea.
It was yours. And so welcome everybody to that Good Morning Tea with Delton and V. No, it rhymed.
V.
It rhymed.
We tried that a long time ago.
We tried DNV.
Yeah, DGMT with DNV.
With DNV.
It could have stuck.
It could have. We didn't really push it through.
Situation.
Yeah, it's like it's just one more syllable. Go ahead. It's
one more syllable, guys.
Go ahead. Say it. Rock.
Just for anyone who's not aware of how I feel about that, don't call me V. Just clear.
Minister V is good though.
Min V is what or what?
Min V.
When people put minister before they call you, you can't be disgusting. You've got to respond.
Yeah, you got to be minister.
You got to respond in kind. I would prefer Vera's fine. Just Vera would do. Yeah.
Anyway, Good afternoon, everybody. This is us. We are back. We are back after a short break.
Break.
We had a ministerial break that we had a conference.
Minvy and Mindy.
Yeah.
we
had
were on job.
We had to put on our ministerial hats.
Right.
And attend a 2-day conference of the Highway Church of God.
I also had to do 24-hour theater.
You had to do 24-hour theater.
24-hour theater.
Down at the school that you are employed at.
How did I fare? You know we're still not on camera, right?
I know that. I see it now.
Okay. I was wondering if I was like, let me do it.
You do it? All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. She's trying to learn the stuff for when I'm not here next week.
Weekend.
Huh? Huh?
Delton.
Like, huh? What'd you say there? What'd you say now?
How'd you do the switcheroo?
Let's try it. There you go. No, let's try it.
Boom.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
You look at switch it around.
How'd you do that?
Drag the screen. Wait,
I don't know why I'm getting myself ready because if Delton's not here, there will be no show, and that's on.
Get yourself ready for when I'm not here. So hey everybody, for those on Facebook, you now can see us. For those listening via radio, 93.9 FM frequency via TuneIn Radio. We are also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at Glory FM 93.9 on Facebook. It's Glory FM powered by Life. If you want that, mic is very loud. I come just now. Jesus.
Oh, sorry. My bad. And I feel like it's really quiet with my voice.
So yeah, we are streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And so you are definitely invited to join there if you want to see us. You want to see what the voice looks like. Hey.
Or you know someone that may be looking.
If you know someone that may be looking. Not for me.
My faith remains high.
The mic is like, oh.
No, Mike, you gotta work with me. My faith remains high. It's like, no.
Like, no.
Yeah. Because South and Spouse is on its way.
South Spouse and House.
South Spouse and House is on its way. But God is faithful.
He's indeed faithful.
Thank God he's not like man. Jesus, if he was, I'd be in a pickle, wouldn't I?
Let's get our morning. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jody. Jody, our resident Jamaican, is here.
Our other resident Jamaican.
Christoph Roll, the incomparable.
Honestly, busy and been on job. I see Christoph. I see you sharing flyers with my face on it without my permission. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm gonna let it go.
I was up with Christoph.
Let me let it go.
That I had to that hit me the other day. In case for you who don't know, like the 6 of you who may not know, Christoph also operates a meteorological page. Why does Christoph operate a meteorological page and have multiple WhatsApp groups that people want to be a part of? I do not know. Why do people wait for Christoph to give them updates on weather?
If Christoph's updates don't give them the weather they want for the day, Christoph gets the brunt of it. He posts a status like, I am not the one. Like, don't come for me.
Like,
if it's raining.
I want those to know. Christoph, for a living, does not work at the main office. For some reason,
has any qualifications to tell us what the weather
for us to be like, okay, Christoph says it's gonna be cool. Let me get my jacket. However, like the other day, the post is like we are watching this hurricane. Who's we?
Who is we? Church Boy Productions.
Who is we?
Church Boy Productions.
And why are we watching this together?
Because Church Boy Productions need to know what kind of equipment do I need to take to keep the equipment safe.
Like, do I need to bring the umbrella?
It is a very strange phenomenon. This thing we have.
Like we are watching this
this weather love affair we have with Christoph. It's very strange.
Shout out to Christoph, the weatherman, the graphic artist, the videographer,
all things to all,
the photographer,
man,
lamb chop connoisseur.
Michael
Joan Johnson is here. Hey, good morning, Joan. Morning, Joan. Christoph here calling Lillian. You know, we haven't seen Lillian in a while.
I know, right?
And then I realized that she was in sackcloth and ashes. Because remember, she elevated. She went higher. She went higher in the ministry. So I think she probably was fasting from social media.
It's been a season of elevation for the faithful saints of the Lord.
And so we
Lillian,
we understand, Minister Lillian.
We send our prayers to
that you were in time of separation.
She hasn't even been here since we wished her happy birthday.
Yeah,
she never even caught that.
So
she never even caught that.
Yeah. Caught that.
Caught it.
Shaquinda Divinity Dixon, good afternoon. DGMT family. I like how to put that there. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my DGMT family.
Okay. Oh no, you reading her because we don't say good afternoon.
No, what she said.
Good morning.
She said good afternoon, my DGMT family. And Christoph doing this tagging. Christoph, I see you got badges now for sharing. As he should. Christoph, we waiting for it. Christoph, we are definitely waiting. The door is indeed
We've
open.
been trying to organize this from,
If you want to come
while.
on, if you want to come on a Saturday,
but I've already seen Christoph's schedule for October and it's full.
oh, it's full. No, it's full.
So,
Whole heap of events.
oh, okay. We're going to have to wait to watch night, eh? Before we see
yeah,
Christoph.
we have a Christoph like around 2020.
This is about that time when people start looking to watch night.
Oh yeah, this last
How
quarter.
has it come again?
The fight begins with musicians. Like, so where you playing watch? Where you playing watch nights?
Delton, we safe, we secure.
Hopefully mark safe from watch night from watch night musicians. Hopefully we are mark safe. I am hoping, praying, believing, trusting God.
My goodness.
Fully believing, trusting God, giving him all the praise.
My
I am hoping that we can say that we are mark safe from the hunt of musicians this year.
God is faithful. That's all
God
I'm
is faithful.
gonna say.
I just need you can just locate a drummer and we'd be good and rocking and rolling. Good day.
That's the one musician
the
we
one
know we
thing
already
we-
got. What you mean?
No, I'm trying to
What
bag a new
do
one.
you mean?
Hey Michelle.
Delton, we're giving these people fake greeting when we're gonna give them the real
Janae
greeting.
Southspout. I tell you, I got the people who hear us at the
Okay.
beginning. Southspout
Janae,
House.
South Spouse and House. I
Party
have not let
hats.
the word go. I have not let the word go. And you know how I know God is faithful? Because I had spouse. South.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, what we got here? Breaking
Oh.
news. Vera has a spouse.
The day it happens, the internet will break.
Breaking
The internet will
news.
break. There are men and women all over the world holding their breath.
Just waiting.
When I call friends, like, so, what's new? Nothing. I mean, what did you want me to say? I got a new job, teaching a new class. What is it you're waiting on?
We're waiting on the date.
But he's coming.
Now we're going to say, guess what, guys? Get your clothes in order.
I'm excited.
Get your
I'm
clothes.
excited for you guys.
Who won't be invited?
Don't mind me. I'm excited for you.
Us guys who won't be invited.
Now,
Yeah.
it's not about being invited.
It's
About
what you
being present.
and being happy for you.
Yeah.
That's really what it's about. Being happy for you. So anyway, so
I
good
gotta wake
morning.
up,
Good morning,
Terrence.
one. Good morning, all.
Good morning, big. Good morning, small.
Good morning, short. Good morning, tall.
Good morning to all of y'all.
And welcome to DGMT. That's our official start. This now means that the show can get started. Once we've passed that point now,
We
there's
can
no
now
turning back.
commence. The ribbon has been
The
cut.
ribbon that's being cut. The glass is being broken. Opa!
The show is now
the show is now
officially
going on.
open.
Um,
We would like to send birthday shout-outs and
shout-outs.
greetings
Wow, I closed the window
to-
of birthdays. Wow, why did I do that?
to
What you got? I know Shirley Moss is celebrating on today. She's one of our old faithfuls down there from Cat Island.
Cat Island.
Pastor Winslow Moss's wife. She's celebrating
Aw.
her birthday on today. So we said happy birthday greetings to her. I know we missed some birthday last week, and
Yes, of
unfortunately,
course.
I don't know how to go back that far on Facebook to see.
I know Shelly celebrated her, but celebrated her
Shirley
celebrated her
birthday.
birthday.
And she shares on the
Shelly
seashore.
celebrated her birthday. I think we shouted out the week
I think we might
before.
have.
Who else?
Leonardo, but
A very, very good friend of mine. One of those friends that watches the show after the fact because they are in a different time zone.
nice.
Happy birthday to Keith McLeod. Also, happy anniversary to him and his wife. Anniversary on the 27th, and his birthday is on the 28th.
Nice.
And
Must
my
be
good friend
nice.
Keith said he always said he would get married before he was 30. Got married 2 days before he turned 30.
As he should.
Bing.
As he did. I also did. I never said it, but I also got married before I was 30.
Was that something you were aiming for?
Not necessarily.
Well, then that was inconsequential.
But I wanted to say it though. Because
Really?
he said that. And I got married before I was 30. A few months before. I have a family.
I told the Lord whatever he was doing in this season
Don't do it.
without me.
without-
That was it.
Fabio Peters celebrated yesterday.
Yes,
so
he sure did. So
Fabio.
happy birthday to Fabio.
I think that's all people who I can think of that have like a
And you
strong,
know I can't find them. So
a strong matter
what
to
is the
me.
point?
So anybody else that celebrated a birthday over the past 2 weeks, from all of us here at DGMT, Glory 93.9 FM, we wish you a happy birthday and we hope that we live to see you live many, many more.
Oh, I like that.
And happy anniversary to all those persons that got married in the month of September, coming towards the end. And if you're celebrating anniversary soon, happy anniversary to you. And we hope that your marriage was one full of joy,
Yeah.
not happiness, because happiness, is-
Like real joy.
that's not good.
The joy that transcends social media posts, you know?
Oh, listen to me.
Real joy.
Because you go based on that, I
My
don't
goodness.
I don't love much people at all. I don't post.
Yes. This
If you
is
go,
true.
you go based
I
on my
was gonna
social
call you
media.
out, but I said no. This is not the time.
You call me out? Why did?
No, because you said I don't have much people. I was like, I think that's just because you don't know much people. But actually, I think the point you're trying to make
The
is
point I make
the fact
is
that you don't post your
I
wife.
don't post things on social media at all.
And I posted something on social media to speak in reference to the National Son and Daughter Day. Where y'all let's get these days, way.
Oh, the internet is full of them.
And so
The
it was
internet
somebody who
is
posted, I'm just going to need y'all to trust and believe that I love my kids. I don't have time to keep up with your fake national days. And I was like, I'm with him. It's too much.
Yeah, too much.
He's enough. The
National wife, national
are-
husband.
oh my
National
goodness.
children,
National
dog.
Black Girl Hair Day, National
There's-
Coffee Day,
There's
National.
actually a hug a drummer day.
Yeah.
That I've definitely seen. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
They don't need any hugs. Them said
Oh,
down.
jeez, that's why we don't need no love.
Y'all drummers get too much loving. I think that's part of the problem that they have. National Cookie Day, National Afro Day.
Hey, speaking of Afro, Alfred's back.
Say hi, Alfred is back. Y'all tell Alfred hi.
Alfred's
I mean, Delton.
Alfred's here now.
You got inches. You out here with
Alfred's
inches.
back. Morning, Shakara is here, saying waving in, and Carolyn Monique. I can't see all the news. Just doing big things under the Minister of Education down there in Mangrove Key and Andros.
I didn't see anything, but
she's doing big things. Mangrove Key was all over the news. Shout out to Mangrove Key, my hometown. Actually, they having an event today that I was supposed to go to. I didn't go there.
In Mangrove Key?
No, they're having something over here.
Oh, I was gonna say you were supposed to pop to Mangrove Key
No,
and be back.
Actually, I think that's in a couple of weeks. But having some. Anyway, that's neither here or there.
Good morning
happy
to
National
Terrell.
Coffee Day. National Coffee Day was
yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yesterday or Friday? No, yesterday was Friday.
So
yeah,
Thursday, Friday. One of them. They had National Coffee Day.
It's
like
you're
just running up.
Come on. And my thing is, if it's national, what nation? It's not the Bahamas.
Which nation? Which one is
Which nation made it National Coffee
National
Day?
Digestive Day. You might as well.
It's getting a bit silly. I think it's getting a bit silly. The more and more I watch social media, the more I'm like, this world is bananas.
Yeah, so that's the announcements for the day. So govern yourselves calling. Wish everybody happy birthday and anniversary blessings.
I'm sure there is one, Terrell. Just Google it. National Tea Day. Oh, it's out there.
Pretty sure.
Absolutely
pretty sure that's national.
That there is a national
Lipton tea. Lipton tea.
Tetley tea. PG tea.
Twinings.
Yorkshire tea.
It's Twinings.
It's Twinings.
It's two ends.
Twinings. One.
It's Twinings.
It's one. If it was two ends, it would be Twinings. But it's one end. It's Twining.
But I don't say twine. If I have a pair of twine, I have a pair of twines.
What are you talking about?
I have a pair of twins.
Do you want me to go into the rules for how we use vowels in words?
I know twines. I
could explain it to you.
So
would you like me to explain it to you?
Ings.
If you have a vowel followed by a consonant followed by a vowel, especially in E, the first vowel you make the letter sound I. So twi.
I know there's a little song about that. I can't remember what it is though.
Oh, my teacher did not teach me.
I learned
songs.
it from Ron. I think I actually learned from Ronette.
You learned it from Ronette? That means you learned it as an adult.
I did.
Wow, goodness.
I was like, what is a song for this? We don't get a song for this.
Listen,
I never knew.
Does anyone need me to break that down again?
Oh, teacher.
There is one.
April 21st.
21st of April. There you go. Bingo.
National Tea Day.
And happy October, says Jody, as she knows that this is her time to shine. October babies are getting ready.
Babies are here.
I found my December Girls Rock t-shirt this morning, looking for it while I was getting dressed. I said, let me just put this to the side. I'm gonna need this soon directly.
Let it air out.
I'm gonna let that air out. I'm gonna need that.
So anyway, in news and reviews, as everybody's excited for.
Delton, I need one, babe. You have one?
I ain't gonna let it.
Oh man.
We're trying to find one to have an official ceremony.
That's a closing ceremony.
There's a pile inside the office, but I'm really gonna.
I'm gonna get it. You want me? I'm gonna go and get it.
Why?
Where is it?
It's inside the closet. Inside Trey's office. There's a whole box now.
I got you.
Look at the box to the left. So take you off.
Yeah. I don't do it.
Oh, sorry. I did not
because I know how.
You know how to do things. Anyway, guys, so it's you to line in front of my face. And other news, COVID-19 still present. We haven't been fully. I think there was a talk, and I could be wrong. I heard them saying that the pandemic side of it is over. I think they've lifted the pandemic. However, of course, COVID-19 is still here. But Canada, for those persons that wanted to go to Canada, wanted to get in, they have now lifted the restrictions in terms of flying to Canada. So I think now you are free to just go to Canada whenever you want. I don't think I remember that at one point you had to be vaccinated certain places. I know my brother. I have a nephew that lives there. They required boosters for him, but I think now, as of when was it? As of today. Yeah, I think it ended as of today. That whole testing, quarantine, that whole not quarantine thing, but the whole being vaccinated thing is being lifted. I know of a lot of Bahamians that are definitely sitting down waiting patiently for the America one to be lifted. That'll have that travel ban where you have to be vaccinated to travel. I know people who are just sitting down waiting patiently for the time when that's going to be lifted. Until then, though, you can need that for America, or you could do what most Bahamians have been doing that I found out. I mean, it's so weird. You can make a fit. For this one, that's just it's not even a fact, man. You need this for action to work. Yeah, so I know Bahamians have been traveling to the United States without being vaccinated. I found out the secret on many times. I mean, on different occasions from different people that they have been going by the water. So they found that loophole.
Wade in the
So Canada is free, so now you can now travel
water.
to Canada without the vaccine. And now I just waiting for America to make that little transition.
But was Canada banned to people who didn't have the vaccine?
You got to get boosters in areas, not this vaccine.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And I was considering Canada for a quick trip.
Yeah, no, Canada.
I mean, now I was always able, but yeah.
Man, this thing's not working out.
I don't know what's happening.
Just screw it.
It's all everything's very tight.
There's more. There is more. You got it?
Nope.
Got it? Anyway, so here in the Bahamas, as of today, as of 12 a.m. last night.
Well, this morning.
12 a.m. this morning. The ban, the mandatory mask is no longer a thing. That's really weird.
I wanted a moment to commemorate this time.
For those who can't see her, she went and got a mask. just for the effect. And so they are. I saw
we need a 30 seconds of silence.
So they took off their masks and in front of security. What you could do?
No way! No
what
way!
You could do.
Secure's just doing the job, babe.
Here's my thing. That was never security's job.
To make sure you're wearing a mask.
It's not security.
Yes,
job.
it is.
Security job is to protect the stuff that's in your
No. As a result of the panorama, that was an additional requirement for Secure.
Never be Secure's job. Secure's job.
That is very disrespectful.
Never your job to be taking people temperatures and hand out sanitizer.
And I'm pretty sure when they told Secure to do that, Security said to them, "You realize this ain't my job, though." And they said, "Well, it's gonna be your job."
Like I am 100% sure that's not the description. When someone comes in the store, squeeze hand sanitizer. If they were doing that security job, anyway.
Christoph says I'm overdoing it. I feel like we should just have like a 15-second silence.
Why
in memory of.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that's
so long
that I think I want people to remember. There are shops in the Bahamas and everywhere you go that can demand that you wear a tie to enter their location. Restaurants, stuff like that.
Right.
Any store can say, to enter our shop, you have to wear a mask. That's not totally against the law.
I wondered if the law made provision for that.
I don't know. But
isn't the law saying that they can't do that anymore?
I don't know.
I think the law says that I think the whole dropping thing is that you can't demand that people wear masks anymore.
But you can demand that I wear shoes. So why you can't demand I wear a mask?
Delton, you stop giving people ideas.
I'm just saying, like that's been my process has been. You can demand that I wear shoes in your shop.
But then I think stores are also conscious of the fact that people have now got choice. I don't have to come in your store. If you're gonna make me wear a mask and I don't want to, I can go elsewhere. And so you play around and tell me I must wear a mask.
Play hardball.
Play hardball and tell me I must wear a mask.
I'm game. If you want to play hardball.
Now, mind you, while there is a celebration all across the nation, teachers are in great.
I'll say that's the next thing.
It's like okay. Morning.
I understand. To me, I completely understand the medical places wanting to wear masks completely, as they should. That should be something that they do. However, you can't tell me that my child is going to be free to run around the entire country doing whatever they want to do with no mask.
Sorry, you talking about the country? They could do that in the playground.
I forget. Yeah,
And the cafeteria. In fact, they can line up outside the classroom with no mask on.
So they can have
literally in
so
the
class. They
class.
try to protect the teachers.
The stipulation is that it is in the classroom setting. The loophole is if you decide to have class outside, you're fine. If you guys having a staff meeting in the hall, it's fine. In the classroom setting is the stipulation.
This was what I was going to say, Terrell. If security is doing their job instead of like hand sanitizer, you might have a better chance of spotting, because security's like lost their idea of like, no, your job is to look for people that are suspicious. Instead,
mind you, you don't say that. You don't call out Secu, because Secu wasn't going to know he was suspicious regardless.
They should do. That's really like
he wouldn't have.
Part of your training should be like,
no.
How's this person?
The thief, not the
he def. No, he was a robber.
Did he have weapons?
You have a weapon.
Yeah, if you have a weapon,
you have a weapon. Because Terrell say no, that's not just the thief. He wasn't the thief. That dude was a robber.
I must say, I'm usually very compliant. I quite like an easy life. I quite like peace. I think teachers need to stand up now. I think teachers need to speak.
I was expecting
about this whole
that too.
Maintaining masks in the class. I think we have to say this is now ridiculous.
Where's Rashad?
It's like the ridiculous to the point where you're insulting our intelligence. Like the kids literally could be outside of the door, Delton, with no mask on, having done all they want to do at lunchtime, rub up on each other, coming dripping in sweat. Some of them coming, it's like raining.
Oh, dripping.
And they're like, Ms. Wilson, can I use some of your napkin? You bring a handkerchief to school, babe. Bring a face towel. Why always you must use my paper towels to dry yourself off because you want to run around? They playing all kind of contact sports. Contact sports are back. Soccer's back. Basketball is back. Softball is back. But I must wear a mask in the help make it make sense. It's silly. It doesn't make any sense. And I feel like to expect us to just go along with it is insulting our intelligence. Princess, you write the petition. I put the first signature on it.
Someone called Tingham. Someone called Belinda. Why?
No, call Rashad. Rashad knows who to talk to.
Yeah, he's Rashad. Yeah. Because I mean, like this part of it now. Okay, like the children in the classroom. You got this part makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense now. And now I just run it out.
It doesn't. I can't. There's no logic behind it, and I'm feeling. I felt in at several points during the panorama there was no logic in my eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
To some of the things that were happening, but now you're just insulting me in plain sight. You don't have to be intelligent to see that.
As the mask we still have to wear in classroom, but not outside the classroom, while still on the same campus. Make it make sense.
It doesn't, Princess. There's no way to make it make sense because it does not.
Crystal today is like FBI, you know, it's overdoing it. Yeah, definitely was overdoing it. Definitely was doing it, overdoing it to the full extent. Maureen to Delton, I be in NASA all week. Come to find you on Palmy Street so I could get information to meet Vera. Could not find you. Now I'm on my way back. Maureen, Liz, what you mean, Liz?
Maureen.
Liz, you got all the Facebook. You all you do is message the Facebook.
You could have just messaged us on Facebook.
You could have messaged the Facebook. Come on, man.
I feel like y'all is just want to call us out on the internet.
On the internet. The guys, they went to the bank this morning, free as a bird, and then the customer in front of me started to cough. I was like, not today, Satan. Needless to say, I wore my mask in Lowe's. Yeah, and I think that's definitely going to be a factor. So I plan to still carry a mask in my pocket. That's just for those persons who believe that now that the mask mandate is over, that you don't have to give me my 3 feet. That you don't have to cover your mouth when you go off.
Because they don't have to give you a 3 feet.
Yeah, yes, you should respect my personal space. Regardless of COVID.
But that wasn't a thing before COVID.
Oh, it definitely was for me. I'd like to have my 3 feet. That was something we said from our COB days. Not UB. In our COB days. Can you please give me...
3 feet is 1 arm's length.
Can you please give me my 3 feet?
Listen to me. It took all the saving grace of Jesus Christ inside of me not to cuss a man out. I'm sorry. How can I be I was at the immigration, but you know, like they have a teller. This is the window.
That's a whole other story about you.
This is. I'm not even going to bring up that. I'm not even going to talk about my whole immigration experience.
Shout out to Dennis. Shout out to Dennis.
So you brought it up. I wasn't going to say nothing. But this man, imagine standing at a teller, and they're behind the glass. They've created a space for you to stand, and there is a man who, after he finishes his session, just goes to stand right beside it, facing. I can't explain. This is the window. This is the man's face. Right there, and wouldn't move, no matter who came to the window, because say next, standing right there. It took everything in me not to be like, babe, if you don't move, And he have his mask down here. So all
course.
his nostril
Of
breath,
course.
nostril air. I was so livid. I was like, even after COVID, this like
Did you say
COVID should have
did you say
taught you.
anything?
I didn't. I just stood to the side and kept leaning into the. I was like, sorry.
I'm
Just
moving
to
away.
make it really clear that I don't want to be anywhere. I thought it was such a violation.
Yeah.
I was like, COVID surely would have taught you, sir, that this is entirely socially unacceptable.
And so for those people, that's why you keep that mask nearby. Because they are going to be a
You ain't
person.
lying.
Just because the mask mandate is over, that doesn't mean you don't have to wash and sanitize your hands.
And I'm telling you, these children, some of these teenagers, happy to keep the mask on. Had an assembly with my homeroom. I was like, when you guys get to the podium to say your piece, just pull your mask down. Oh no, Miss Wilson, I'm not ready for that.
They ain't ready for
I was
that.
like, ma'am.
They ain't ready.
She's like, I'm not ready for people to see my face.
Oh, so they're looking at your face.
Okay.
Not safety, I think. That's our face.
Even after 2-3 years, though, there are some students who I don't know what their entire face looks like. Like their eyes and above give me the sense that maybe they've got like a slim face. Then when they take off their mask, it's like quite chubby cheek, or like a very short chin situation. Like, oh, your face is interesting.
Face you don't
Like
think
this
about.
face doesn't match your personality.
Like face you don't think
Things
about.
you don't think about at all.
Post COVID.
I thought you were a gangster, but you've got braces. Oh, interesting. Honestly,
you can't be a gangster with braces.
It's a series of revelations.
So then I'm still wearing masks at high risk events. But
What's a high risk event, Christoph? A fundraiser at the hospital? Like, what's a high risk event?
To me, Christoph, according to the rules that we had, that means you can't wear a mask at no funeral. You can't wear a mask. I mean, you should wear a mask
Everywhere
at the
Christoph
funeral.
goes is a high risk
You should wear a
event.
mask at the graveyard. You should wear a mask wherever you go to record any event that there's more than 50 people.
Joshua Williams, I don't know this name, but he was tagged by Christoph to join us on today. Christoph said Christopher will lie in church. What
I
I
ain't church
miss?
guy. I ain't church.
You ain't missed nothing yet, Joshua. We only just getting started.
You can watch it again.
You can watch us back. But okay, because definitely don't encourage listening to DGMT while you in church. We don't encourage that kind of.
Unfortunately, like everything else, the competent authority didn't think this all the way.
Ma'am, there is no the competent authority doesn't
we got
exist
no more.
anymore.
They're gone. So you found out who's it? Is it the Ministry of Health?
This just the people them.
And our resident medical officer is not here this morning to answer these questions for us.
She's left us in the lurch for a couple of weeks.
So we have found out from Miss Mary Walker.
When school started to open, they allowed sports. I kept asking how they could play basketball. You telling me they ain't sweating on each other?
Sweating, mouth open.
But Terrell,
talking.
now basketball, like the season is open. Not just the kids were playing sports, but they were playing sports, but seasons were closed. But softball season is back, soccer season is back, basketball season is back, volleyball season is back, BAISS is back.
Yep.
Everything's back, but we must wear masks in the
I see the students out there at a particular school watching softball. They're out there cheering, having a whale of a time.
You went to a particular school?
I drove past us. I saw them. I may have a niece or nephew.
That goes there.
Okay. a few nieces and a nephew that goes there.
I was supposed to go there for the game that we had with them, but staff meeting ran late.
Who won?
And it didn't last very long because, of course, you know who won.
Yeah, y'all didn't win. No, y'all didn't win the game with softball. No, y'all not gonna taking a stick, hit ball and run. No.
Anyway, Christoph says, Joshua William, hot topic on today. Christoph, you're too trapsy, too like stirry the pot. I feel like today's show is going to be very quick. We're going to hit it and quit it. Because there's one big thing on these streets. Usually there's a series of little things that we need to talk about to lead up to the big thing. But this week ain't that. It's one big thing. Liz/Maureen says she did call the bishop, but he didn't call back yet.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Maureen, for next time, you just send Delton or I a message on Facebook, and we will most definitely ensure you get what you need. Jody, okay, let me tell my story. What had happened was, my thing is, I just feel like after the panorama, that reputation of incompetence, we cannot be doing this anymore.
It's a good story, guys. Y'all stay tuned.
We cannot be doing this anymore. So, my work permit, for those of you that are not yet aware, I am not a Bahamian.
What?
For those of you that didn't know,
you don't say.
I'm not actually a Bahamian. I'm a Bahamian by association, but by certification, I'm not. So every couple years, I've got to make sure that the Bahamian government is still okay with me being here, working, earning money, living my very best life. So the time came for me to double check with them. And so my work permit came through, as it always does, because God is faithful and I've given the government no reason to distrust me. Came through and I was told to go and collect it. But of course, time, being able to leave after work, I just never got the time. One fateful day came and I was able to leave work early. And so I set my heart, I fixed my mind to go and collect my work permit. But as I was driving, Holy Ghost said, pull up on the side and call him. It had to be him. Pull up on the side and call him. Pulled up on the side. Mind you, I was still very close to home at this point. Pull up on the side and I called them. Called them and I said, hi, I have such and such. I just want to double check that I have everything I need in order to collect my work permit. Because 2 years ago when I was in the same situation, it was a whole malarkey of my sleeves weren't long enough. I was wearing flip-flops. My dress was too short. I hadn't printed out the paper. You're not allowed to use your phone. It was just a lot of things. It's a lot of things. And I didn't want to be in a position where I had to pull on that God-like nature so very deeply. I just wanted to be able to go and leave. So when I called, I spoke to a lady and the lady said to me, you cannot come and pick up your work permit. Your employer needs to pick it up for you. Or you must collect your employer's ID. Come with a letter from your employer to come and pick up your work permit. Now, in my mind, that sounded bizarre. But I said, I'm not going to fight the tide on today. I said, okay, thank you very much, lady. And I made sure that my employer knew that this was what was happening. My employer said, that's ridiculous. Other people have gone to get theirs. You should be able to get yours. No problem. I will call them, double check, all is well. So she called, she double checked. She said, you shouldn't have been told that. You can go and collect your work permit. That's what she told me. That's what my employer told me. So Delton, what did I do?
Go ahead.
I went to go and get my work permit. I was there 10 minutes. I told them, gave them my details, was 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. She called me to the window. She's like, Miss Wilson, someone's already come to pick up your work permit. I said, that's not possible. I am Miss Wilson. I have not come to pick up my work permit. This is my first time here. She said, no, our record shows that Mr. Dennis Ramming.
Lord Dennis.
Mr. Dennis Ramming collected your work permit on behalf of your employer. I said, man, there is not a Dennis Ramming that works for my employer. So who? And I say loud. I said, oh Lord Jesus, y'all have Dennis Ramming walking around as Vera Wilson. How have you done this? How have you made this mistake? So I'm so sorry. And then she could see that I was boiling, like I was about to flip. She's like, okay. Just give me a number and I can call you tomorrow. I could fix this and I can call you tomorrow. I think she could see.
Can call Dennis.
She could see.
Like, see, we can
this is gonna go
we
very
can call
badly.
Dennis.
She's like, we can find out.
We can call Dennis. We can find out exactly where.
Anyway, when she said that to me, I said, Miss, call my employer because I'm not coming back here. When you figure this out, call my employer because I'm not coming back. Anyway. Because the grace of God is new every morning, his mercies never come to an end. I did go back. They called me the next day. I did go back. They did have my permit. And she whispered a really solemn apology. Like, we made a mistake. It was at the back of the drawer.
I think that answer right there is enough to...
It was at the back of the drawer.
It's like, first of all, why are these in the drawer? It's like, what kind of drawer these things in? Like, whose drawer was it in? In the back of whose drawer was it in?
And I do everything in my power to avoid trips to government agencies and trips to the bank. I do it because some of you are more safe than me. I don't have it. But anyway, God is faithful. I've now got the requisite identification to prove to anyone that questions my position here as a resident of the Bahamas. Now, when the Prime Minister addresses citizens, residents, and visitors, I can account myself as one of them.
Oh man, and shout out to Dennis for bringing that back, because gosh, we know Dennis had that, and Dennis is so confused. So why do I have?
You think Dennis had it and they made Dennis bring it back?
No, man. Absolutely not.
Because first of all, who is Dennis Ramming? If Father, that's my husband, and that's how you wanted to just say that.
Did you Facebook like a Dennis Ramming?
No, I did not Facebook no Dennis Ramming. It gives me
God
like 57-year-old Bahamian Yeah, no.
You
I
don't know.
didn't-
You might
Who
check.
knows? Who knows?
I'm gonna do that. Let me look up now.
Who knows? You are not going to look up Dennis Rodman. Anyway, we got Joshua Williams says he likes people business. He soon tune in. I don't like that, Delton, that we are known for talking people business. So Alicia says, yeah, I have students who said they look ugly with the mask off and can't show their pimples. Facts. It's a real thing.
I got you.
Blasphemy, Christoph said. I'm not sure what he's referring to. When I'm eating lamb chop at the reception, no mask. He's talking about mask wearing. You found Dennis Rodman?
Bang.
You're pretty.
He's your king to me.
I can't breathe.
He's your king. Got him.
Master, is this you speaking?
Got him.
Is it you speaking, Lord? Is it you?
Or shall I look for another? I said you.
Yo, let's get it together. Everybody, take a deep breath. Colin Johnson, the second who we've not seen in a long time. Welcome back to you, sir. Colin says, so on school, you're now gonna know. You're not. Is it you're not or you're not?
You're not gonna know.
Where the other children being? So I don't think if the children shouldn't have the mask on outside school, they should probably keep the mask inside and out the classroom during school hours. You might never know. Colin, the children have been allowed to have their masks on outside of the classroom while eating lunch. That's been the rule for a long time. So the children they've been, what's the word I'm looking for? Mixing and mingling long time. All their germs been mixing and mingling all day long. Krista says wedding, funerals, conferences, stuff like that. That's what he considers high risk. I want to know where you consider low risk because that's all you do. Where you always
We have
are.
a very good listener and a very one of our faithful fans that said, just let you know that their uncle name is Dennis Rodman.
They send a direct WhatsApp.
That they have an uncle named Dennis Rodman, just in case.
Send a picture.
Just in case.
Send a picture.
Send the Carfax. Send the Carfax over. Someone
send him the picture. Send the person who sent that to you the picture so we can see if it's the same guy. And then you could give us the receipts. Good guy, nice guy, single guy. What you tell us?
This one here. This one seems to be all right. Anyway, so that's your story. It was funny.
We've also got we missed a birthday today.
What did we miss?
We missed Zay's birthday. Baby Zayden Fertil, who turned 1 today.
He don't watch our show. I don't really care what he
Delton, you wish happy birthday to people you went to college with who you haven't spoken to in about 15 years. So you don't talk about who watch our show and who don't watch our show.
Don't watch our show. I don't care what Iman. It's crazy. Anyway, shout outs to Iman. Iman is his son's birthday is today. Him and Rose. Zayden, his birthday today, and they also have a brand new baby. I sent him a message today. I'm not going to repeat on air. So Iman,
I'm going to say it. I'm joking.
Iman was able and capable of having a son born on October 1st, 2021, and having a daughter born on October 1st, 2022.
See what the Lord has done. I was going for the come and see what the Lord from the top down to come and see. Come and see. Come and see what the Lord has done. Come and see what the Lord has done. Praise King Jesus.
So shout out to Iman and Rose.
Big congrats to them. We had to stop. We had to take a moment in our broadcasting to just
two
wish
children, a full year apart.
Solid.
Exactly.
A solid year apart.
And for those of us that have a problem, this is the time to use year apart with just no separation. If you want to type apart, this is the time to type apart. Yes.
Make sure. Maureen says she got to go. It's boarding time. Maureen, travel safe. We hope to see you again next week.
All right. So anyway, moving on. Let's get a comment here before we move on. First of all, John Excellence. What do you say, Benjamin? I know Jermaine. I know you know like John Excellence. Who's John Excellence?
I don't want to.
You know
I don't want to say it. I was going to let it go. But I'm glad you know him.
Yeah.
Happy new month, Obez.
Hi, what do people get out there?
That's everywhere you go, Christoph. I'm trying to get you to understand that that's your life, love.
Yeah,
that's you always.
Full of high risk.
Continue to do the work of the Lord.
Your life is full of high risk. You got yourself. Oh, they didn't say no.
I just want. It makes me feel like my mic isn't working properly.
It's good now.
A little bit more.
That's
Just
all
a
I care,
tiny
man.
bit. It's a plenty hair. You see.
You might want to.
I got it. Bing. There you are.
All right. So
Cassie and Denise, you're being silly. Yes. No, I'm not.
That you would
Shakara says, say it ain't so, but Shakara, because of prayers like saints like you, that could change very soon.
Oh,
that could.
And we believe in God for it. A quick turnaround.
Denisha says she. God is a hand.
Oh, Holy Ghost.
And I want the Father to know I am ready. I am ready. There was a time you would have asked me, I would have said I'm not ready. No, I'm ready now, Lord.
I just say sorry, y'all. I'm late. Was on assignment.
Denisha, what assignment you was on?
Holy Ghost assignment. You said it was on
Holy
assignment.
Ghost assignment. Tell us about your assignment.
You wasn't doing an assignment. You said you was on assignment.
Tell us where you were. Hey. People say I was on assignment are the same people that say on today. Tell us about it. Tell us about your assignment. Going to immigration requires deep intercession, standing on the word, and dispatching angels. Jody, I went without the right backup. Like I didn't prepare myself for it. I didn't travail. I just I took it all for granted. I didn't call on him, and I paid the price heavily because when I went back for my what's it called, my work permit the next day, what happened to me, Delton?
Yeah, then
Gigi said, "Oh no, you brought me back to this place
on top of the hill again.
On top of this hill again."
The car was like,
my car was like, no. I tried to turn on the engine.
So not only.
Oh, anyway.
You had to go back there. The car was like,
Anyway. Oh, Christoph. We're gonna need you to embrace the spirit of letting things go. You say you're right, Jody. It requires the prayer intensive from Auntie Juanita Mantles.
FYI, the picture I showed you is our friend's uncle.
Who's the friend? Who's that person? Friend whose uncle it is. Apparently, he had my work permit.
Yeah, your work permit.
So, but anyway, all is well.
I didn't see it, but
if the price is right, we never really heard from the man of God on this one, and I thought they would be on the live.
No, they just
talk about this.
Let you know that if they transfer the immigration, you'll never leave in the Bahamas.
Say?
No, they just say if they transfer you to immigration, you'll never leave in the Bahamas.
They transfer me to immigration.
If they transfer her, if they never transfer the immigration,
I'm never leaving.
You'd never leave the Bahamas.
She's gonna put an injunction, a Holy Ghost injunction. Not Auntie
you are never leaving the
I
Bahamas.
was gonna say poor Dennis. Poor me, not poor Dennis. Poor me. Poor me. I don't know why would we
like Dennis.
Uncle
okay.
Dennis. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but unfortunately, his name got him mixed up, and it wasn't on me. It was on them. But I'm sure Uncle Dennis is a really nice guy. Why? Because I got my permit the next day. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure.
They call him
honest. He's an honest man. If I know anything about Uncle Dennis, he's an honest man.
He was right around the corner. He's like, "Oh, I can bring it back right now. I got it." Only thing is, he threw the proof back in the drawer. When they put it back in the drawer, they threw it to the back. Instead of keeping it to the front,
in the back of the drawer.
The accent.
You're not talking about super glue. You're talking about my work permit.
Back of the drawer.
Back of the drawer.
No, like you can't say that.
I wouldn't have told you if it was at the back of the drawer. Sin, it was confusing to me that she thought that was a good enough explanation for why I had to leave work in the middle of the day to come back there.
Because the opposite, your last name is W. So they were looking for A. Because they say Aqua. It's like, oh no, that's
Delton,
W.
you know what?
So they
because I introduced myself as Wilson.
Bang.
That's what it is.
But it was Aqua.
Think about you smart.
I got it. I work. I'm mad for the people. So the opposite is they look at the front. It's like, But
my thing is, tell me you can't find it. Don't tell me Dennis Ramin came and picked it up.
Because Dennis gonna carry all the A's.
Why would Dennis carry
he didn't carry the W's. Because Dennis is staff workers. All it last was A, so they gave him.
And then when they called me back the next day to tell me to come and get it because they found it, Miss Williams. No, Miss Wilson. Oh yeah. Sorry. But you know what? Let me say this: their manner was very friendly. Let me put that disclaimer out there. Their manner was very friendly.
That helps.
Minus the incompetence. The manner was friendly, very welcoming, warm, smiley, apologetic. So I must make sure I say that. Julie, come late and say happy mask emancipation. Julie, you missed the whole funeral. We had a funeral for the masks. Them. In fact, we're gonna have a mask burning ceremony.
A mask burning immediately after the show.
A bonfire, guys. A bonfire.
Shagara said you probably 4 feet tall. So you don't mess with that.
Why have you allowed your husband's spirit to rest on you like this, Shakara? And the two shall become one. The Bible says it. I should have known it was.
What you say, Donald? What's good, people? Donald Lee and Jr. is here. Yes, he done a while. I promise.
But
promise
then
media.
you put a trapsy topic, so everybody coming in strong, and
Yeah.
they're going down because they like it's 49 minutes and they ain't talk about the trapsy mess yet.
Someone just sent me a whole video of the same situation.
I saw it also, but we got it, we own it. But they are not on the live. The person who sent it is not on the live.
Radio. You probably on your way to work or on your way from work.
Okay,
Yes.
that's true. That's true.
I don't know.
Low risk is with family, and outside is a red flag. That's my jam. Come on, see.
No, they should say aqua ramming now.
I'm not gonna lie. Live praise and worship team. That's going on the album. One rake and scrape version of Come and See must go on the album.
No, they should say aqua ramming. This coming.
Aqua ramming. So let's make it very clear.
Aqua's supposed to
The
store
aqua is not. It's not. I
It's not
can't.
a bit of
I can't just drop Wilson and keep aqua. It's not what we do here. Even though my sister dropped aqua and kept Wilson.
which is all right. I mean, I understand that.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Eman and Rose. I gotta try to get through all our comments because Christoph laughing. She was sick and tired. She was on assignment for the Lord. And right. She kept on the firing line. Oh, Dana y'all realize we need to change the show name, right? Dana, first of all, Dana, you come
We don't do that anymore, guys. We don't do it anymore because it is morning somewhere in the world. We've already established it.
So when we doing the Hallelujah Challenge. Why Hallelujah Challenge? We had Hallelujah Challenge. That was Hallelujah Challenge.
What's the Hallelujah Challenge? Oh, she's talking about Nathaniel Bassey. He has a Hallelujah Challenge praise medley.
He does.
Hallelujah. And she's recently started to get into the music of her ancestors. So she was just sliding that one in. I see you, Jody. I see you.
So anyway, so what was hot topics this week in the world of church and the gospel and the Christian music? If you are probably under rock somewhere, you've never heard of the group called Maverick City. Maverick City started about 2 years ago.
No, they started before the pandemic. Give them their.
It's before the pandemic. I know it's during the pandemic.
Before.
Actually, yeah, because they had everybody together.
Before that, yeah.
So when did they restart?
While
Start of Maverick City.
I think we're looking at 2016, 17.
That early?
I think so.
2018.
18?
Yeah, Maverick City started in 2018. Since 2018, they have had 44 albums, 195 songs. Every song.
I looked at you for a second, like, for real, and I was like, because it could be.
It could be true.
It could be. Because honestly, like, if you go on Spotify and type in Maverick music, you'd be like, first of all, I've never heard of this album. Secondly, how have you managed to get 19 songs on this album no one's ever heard of?
19 songs, all 8 minutes and over.
And then whole Spanish albums, whole thing I'm out like
Juneteenth album.
Juneteenth is a lot. Christmas album for every year, different songs every time. You all feature everybody from the greatest to the least. It's just like how sweet.
It's enough. But anyway, so they one of the artists associated with them, of course, you know that they are a group of praise and worship leaders and singers from all over the Americas. I don't think they have anybody outside of the Americas I can think of. But I know there's usually some American singers.
But you could tell that they're like an eclectic bunch. So they got people from America, but are from different backgrounds.
Yeah,
like
you have
African,
and then you also have the hard gospel singers. You have the CCM, when they call them the contemporary
hard
Christian.
Gospel.
They've done songs with Todd Delaney.
I mean, like in the actual
Maverick
group.
City. Yeah, no, the actual group was just
right,
just,
but they've done stuff with all kinds of people.
And most recently,
I think we need to address that first of all. First of all, Uncle Kirk embraced them.
Uncle Kirk is like, I see we all going. Let me help y'all take over the gospel arena. Because there was some speculations that they were not speculations. There were some talks in social media that they're not gospel. They won't be considered gospel artists. They are considered almost along the lines of CCM. For those who don't know what CCM is, that means white. That's a different way of saying white.
It doesn't stand for white.
It doesn't stand for white, but that's what we mean. We mean, so when we say a CCM, that means
it stands for Christian
contemporary Christian music, and we class those as the Conky Joe artists.
Colin Johnson says, "I think I heard some of their music."
Yeah.
You think you heard some of their music?
So anyway, so they were, and Kirk Franklin has come down trying to embrace them into the gospel culture, and on their last album they did together, the Kingdom thing, he did some of this remakes of his old good old gospel classic songs with them, trying to bring them into the gospel culture.
For the sake of DGMT-ness, I will say that collaboration just seemed weird to me.
Unnecessary.
It didn't. And y'all know how I feel about Uncle Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
Can't do any wrong in my eyes. Cussed out his son, and I had nothing to say about it.
Hey, he's good.
Uncle Kirk is good with me, irregardless. He's good with me. However, that whole collab was just a bit like. And then they went on tour, and the Saints had a few things to say about the tour. The Gospel Saints. They wondered a little bit about the wardrobe.
I spoke with the friend of the podcast. He usually comes in and busts the door every now and again. And he would say he referred to
him coming.
He referred to a particular scripture, and he in reference to this group of this Maverick.
Right.
Scripture is
Please, I want to hear it.
I want to quote
quoting.
I want to quote the scripture. I want to quote the scripture right, because when he said I laugh.
While you find that, let me read Christoph's comment. Christoph said, even apostolic people like Maverick City. I saw one Anglican. I was going to say angelical. I could struggle to say that word. Anglican. I saw one Anglican tapping his foot to gyro too.
So the scripture, this is 1a of Amos chapter 6, verse 1. When reference talking about Maverick City and how they look and how they dress. Woe to them that are at ease inside. He said they look too comfortable. He said, woe to them.
It's giving pajamas, it's giving lounge, it's giving.
They be wearing tank tops, sleeveless shirts. It's just like
Delton, you sound very Church of God right
now.
Oh,
I'm very, very. Listen to me. The Church of God and me was rolling over in the grave.
Church of God.
The saints of the Most High were rolling over in the grave.
So I do know there were a few of the old school saints who thought maybe the young people there I'm getting a little too loose. Like referencing their appearance and kind of like you got your short sleeves and all your tats out and all that kind of thing.
It's too much. It's enough.
Too much. It's enough.
It's too
Your
much.
hair's a bit wild and funky. But I think for the most part, because of Uncle Kirk, I think Uncle Kirk's endorsement meant that the saints, the old school saints, the Pentecostal saints, the hardcore gospel apostolic saints, who may have visually had a problem with them. Now, we like their music, but no one's going to talk about their music.
No, that's not the case, man. Because don't forget now, Uncle Kirk was on the wrong side of the fence for a long time. The old school gospel saints had a problem with Uncle Kirk for a long time.
But they don't have a problem with him no more.
Him and his Michael Jackson shaking up himself moves still a problem for a lot.
Okay, because I thought Kirk's endorsement. For me, in my eyes, Kirk's.
You don't know last time we see him.
Time he shot.
You don't know last time we see Shalom.
I said, Shalom, you are a married man. You can wear full pants.
You don't know last time we see him in a long pants.
Anyway, there was a mumbling and a grumbling, a murmuring, but there was no outrage. There was no like campaign.
Yeah, no cancel
against them.
No cancel
we
culture.
weren't canceling them.
No.
After the tour and the being at Ease in Zion and the V-necks and just generally like it was a lot of flesh.
A lot.
Male flesh, not female.
Oh
male
no.
Flesh.
Naomi's like
male flesh. Never.
Like y'all don't see this body.
This anointing on my life. Anyway, so Marisha says she liked one song, Kingdom. I don't even remember that one. Why I don't like Kirk with Maverick. Yeah, I don't like Kirk with Maverick. We express our opinions here and we're very clear to make sure that it's clear that it's our opinions. We have put the disclaimer across put this disclaimer because today's that kind of day. Our opinion.
It's not yours.
Not yours, ours.
We are not giving you a theology to go based
Isn't
on.
that very American though, Jody says. I feel like they took it to the next level. I think when we see, let's be honest, black folks doing it, it's get us. I think we're used to seeing the white folks
that
play the guitars and have the earrings and the
tattooed up.
I think we're used to seeing that in CCM.
They ain't singing it fall on the floor.
But to see the black folk do it was a bit like.
Well, we don't do that yet, sir. We don't do that yet.
Anyhow, but we weren't cancelling them.
We don't do that over here.
We aren't cancelling.
No, we didn't cancel them.
But Marisha says we're not cancelling, but apparently they are. So, Delton, you want to go or you want me to go?
Let me play this video. There's a video that, so those who may not know what the story is, I'm gonna play it. There's this lady on TikTok that sort of did a general overview of the.
Now I didn't like Terrell's comment at all. I love Maverick City. I was too shocked when I saw black people among them. It almost sounds like he liked them because he thought they were Terrell, it almost sounds like you like them because
He's
you
like,
thought they were all right.
What y'all doing in this group? How y'all getting here?
I don't know how I feel about that comment.
But they did though. They found a way. They found every black person that sounded white. It was like they found every artist who had a little white sounding voice.
But Naomi doesn't sound white.
But she's so clean.
She's clean, but she doesn't sound white.
We're not used to that being like the way she looked.
She looked like she could.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying.
Naomi's sound and her look, like, oh no, man, I expect to be Delton.
But the thing is, I think if they were singing other music, they would sound black. I think Shananala sounds dead black.
Yeah, he had a little raspy to
that raspy.
Well, he could. He's one of the ones in the middle because that's where he comes from. He comes from
when he was Atlanta,
so he has that ability to blend in
with both. Auntie, what's her name?
Benita.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so this day on TikTok, sort of gave us a little summary,
an overview because it's a lot.
Boy, it's time for the show
from we started.
Time for the show to end. Vera's done.
From we began.
Rashad,
I believe
we come for you later, Rashad, because we have a message for you to send to the Prime Minister first. So we come back to you, Rashad. So we can talk on Dante right now. You see Rashad reach?
Yes, sir.
So anyway,
so this is gospel artist Dante Bo. And recently he's been the recipient of a lot of backlash and drama in the Christian community. He was seen partying on a party bus with Bad Bunny, which is a secular artist, and he was seen like getting lit and turning up. Also, he said some very questionable things in his Grammy interview.
Who are you looking forward to seeing perform?
It's Lil Nas X performing tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's gonna be.
When you were a little kid growing up, did you ever think you'd win a Grammy?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. No, I like that. You've been manifesting this.
Yeah, I did. I thought I would, yeah.
And I think the response of a lot of Christians regarding this has been very hypocritical. For example, with the Lil Nas X comment. We're judging him, and yet we act like we don't listen to Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and all these other really bad secular artists on the regular. Also, him talking about manifestation really had people like criticizing him crazy. And yet we're so quick to throw up our zodiac signs. I'm a Cancer, I'm a Taurus. Like, that's not wrong either. Don't get me wrong, none of his actions are justified, but we're being super judgmental of him like we don't do the same things. And he's associated with Maverick City Music and Elevation Church, I believe. And people were like, this is why I don't listen to them. I knew something was evil. It's a red flag, yada, yada, yada. And Maverick City Music put out a statement basically saying they're ending their professional relationship with him because of these things. Why are you judging an entire group of people based on the actions of one person? And why are we acting like we don't also have people we're associated with that aren't living correctly? Like, we all struggle with sin. We're not perfect. And we should be praying for him and hoping that he gets through this instead of judging and criticizing him like we're angels.
All right, so what was said was that because of the videos, let me just say this definitely showed my age. When I read at first talking about him, Bad Bunny, and Lil Nas X. I didn't realize that Bad Bunny was a person. I thought that was a song. I thought he was dancing to Bad Bunny. So I thought it was. I didn't realize that it was like, hey, he was with Bad Bunny. I was just.
But I don't think he was with him. I think he was dancing to his music on his party bus. Bad Bunny wasn't with him in the room. I thought that at first, based on her video. But I think as I kept watching, he was listening to the music and dancing to it in the video.
On the party bus.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't think this Bad Bunny character was with him on the bus.
So anyway, so Maverick City.
If I'm wrong, you'll correct me. So when I watched more videos,
it doesn't seem like they have to do it together.
I think it was a case of he was listening to the music.
So so when that broke loose, I can't remember which night it was, and so I did what I always do when something that happened. I go to Twitter. Because Twitter usually has
all the receipts, and Twitter was confused, just as confused as I am. Twitter was like, "What exactly is happening with Dante Bo? Why is Maverick?" Because all out of the blue, we just saw Maverick City made the post. So the first thing that we saw was Maverick City's post. Like I didn't hear anything leading up to this about Dante Bo. For y'all who don't know, Dante Bo is he leads. What song does he lead that people might know? I know we play Voice of God. That's one. That's one of my favorites of his voice. He has a voice similar to Sean Lamar. His voice is,
but he's a little richer than Sean Lamar.
Very, very. Mm-hmm.
He's a deeper version of Sean Lamar's voice.
What's Champion?
Anyway, so he leads a few of the songs on them, and so all we saw was when Maverick City made the post. Maverick City put the post out there that says like, "Hey guys, we're ending our professional career, la 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 la, ray booga booga." And then he made a post where he sort of, what did he say? Let me put it up so you can see what he
Yeah,
says.
man, put the post up.
So he's like, in light of recent events and opinions, I've talked to some of the wisest and leaders and brothers around me. I'll be taking time off social media to rest mentally and physically. Years ago, when I dreamt of all I would accomplish one day, I didn't account for the pressure and opinions that would come with it. It is important for everyone to know when to step back and refocus. Hope you all understand and support. I'll hit you up when I'm back. He also said in another post, the platform of success I enjoyed is a blessing that is both gifted to me and shared with you, my faith community, family, friends, supporters, and fellow artists. I sincerely apologize for the impact of my behavior and that it has offended many people on the platform we share together. This experience has been a very real reminder of the importance of being incredibly intentional with how I utilize and engage with the tools social platform has provided. Throughout this process, I have received wise counsel, which influenced my decision to take a step back and reflect about my actions so that I may recommit to living in the purpose of God has, and living in the purpose God has for my life. I want to say thank you to Maverick City Music for their continued support now and always. Throughout this process, they have remained by my side, and for that, I am truly grateful. With love, Dante.
Now, Delton, I need to provide a bit of context.
Give some context
to something that you asked me earlier. When you watched the video that was posted on IG, it's him and Mr. Aaron in the video.
Oh, that was him.
The two of them are in the video singing Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
But only Dante seems to be getting all the fallout.
All right, so okay, so all right, there's another. Let me upload the other post so people can see why we have this conversation. There's another post that sort of went viral from Dietrich Haddon's sister, Demeter.
Oh,
that's Demeter, right?
Dietrich Haddon's wife.
His wife?
Demeter?
I think Demeter's his sister.
I don't know.
Anyway, what's up? One of the Haddons.
That's another song. I thank the Savior. I thank God.
Oh yeah, that one too. Anyway, so this one was a post. You can't really see this one like that, but it says
that's his wife. Tammy Haddon is his wife.
Oh, I said Demeter. So Demeter's sister.
Yeah, okay.
But Tammy Haddon. So Demeter is sister. So Tammy is his wife. Due to behavior that is consistent with our core value and beliefs, Gerald Haddon and I have chosen to stand with our godsons.
Can't be his wife because
you say
she's married to someone else.
To Gerald.
Child, I don't know.
Anyway, Haddon. While many in our community were posting and commenting, we decided to jump in the car and go cover Dante and Aaron. The sound of your laughter and the authenticity of your joy in the thick of this has refreshed my heart. Looking in your eyes and seeing that you are good has settled my soul. My mama mind has peace now. Love you all forever. So that was from Tammy.
Because that's when Delton saw that. Delton was like, "What's that got to do with the?"
I was like, "What Aaron got to do with anything?"
What's the Aaron guy got to do with anything?
In one of the videos, if the social media clip that went viral with him showed him and Aaron
on the party bus.
And so Aaron is the guy that plays keyboard. I think he's the bilingual one that speaks the Spanish songs.
Right.
So Brian, he got caught up in this as well. See, yeah. So Tamita is his sister.
And some people say it's his ex-wife. Child.
Anyway, it don't matter.
Because this might just be a different Haddon altogether. Because I'm assuming she's a Haddon because she's married to a Haddon. Maybe Gerald is the Haddon and she's no.
Anyway, whatever it was. So the kickback was everyone was like jumping on Maverick City for how could you make this guy excommunicado? For those who watch John Wick.
I mean, that's the second thing. I think the first thing was did what he did was what he did wrong. Like the girl said in the video, before he got cancelled by Mav City, because now I did my research. It was a period of time before Mav City came out and said what they said. There was actually like a whole debate between these Christian YouTube, two Christian, like very renowned Christian influencers on YouTube, Marcus Rogers and this guy called Ruslan KD. After they had their debate, then Maverick City put that out. Oh no, after Marcus released the video, Maverick City put their thing out. So it was a while before Maverick put it out, but I guess it just, for people like me and you who don't stay on top of these things, it seemed like Maverick spoke first. But there were people who were speaking out against him originally first, before it became Maverick City is
in regards to him on the bus.
In regards to him on the bus and his relationship with these artists like Bad Bunny, because apparently he's friends with Bad Bunny.
Okay.
They hang out.
So here was what my kickback that I saw on the social of the media. Everyone was like, Maverick City, you are on a tour. right now with an artist that is known to hang out, produce songs for, sing on the albums of secular artists. One Kirk Franklin.
Oh, right.
You are known to be all over the place, happy, joyful, and showing videos of yourselves with Justin Bieber.
Listening to secular music.
And chilling with Justin Bieber. This your guy. Lead the song for us, Justin. We'll sing with you. Woo, 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 woo. Flee. Yeah. Sing with Justin Bieber. Secondly, Mr. Kirk Franklin, a few months ago, was out here cussing his son from the rooter to the tutor.
You leave my uncle alone.
And then y'all were like, we'll embrace you, Kirk. Let's go tour together and tour the world. But now, a guy is seen with having fun singing the songs. Was he singing? I don't know if he sang. Or was he just dancing?
Okay, let me give you the other side.
What's the other side?
Before we talk about this, the other side was people calling out Dante Bo. The people who were saying that this guy has been towing the line for a while. That he often is found associating himself with people who have professed and live in a lifestyle that is antichrist. For example, a range of homosexuals. For example, this Bad Bunny is one of them. So when he made that little Nas X comment, it was what we told
there
you.
You go. Yeah,
we told you. So there's speculation that he is possibly homosexual.
That was one of my
living
speculations
a homosexual life. And then a lot of people kind of just have a critical view of his Instagram generally. Like, this wasn't the first time he's posted something that's a little questionable in terms of how close it is to secular life. And even like his Instagram page, people have called out even how he presents himself. One of the issues of him talking about winning the Grammy was that he's not inclined to give glory to God in moments where he has the opportunity to speak. There was like several criticisms of him before that.
Now, I also know that there was a hint going around. Marisha said this to me just now too, where they said that he posted a nude. I saw that on Twitter too. But,
a full nude?
And receipts have came back and said, no, trust me, if there was a nude,
there would be
receipts of this. The folks on the Instagram very quick to copy.
Right.
I remember a particular Wall brother that went out.
Poor guy.
That quickly went out very viral.
And it was his close friend.
Close friends.
Because
so I don't know how true the news thing was, but I know they definitely the videos with him partying and not partying, but on the party bus, and so that definitely went viral.
Right.
But go on as you were.
No. So that was the other side of the argument. I think I was very intrigued by the discussions of these two guys, Marcus Rogers and Ruslan KD, who like are popular.
Yeah.
They're like DGMT but less trapsy, more like Bible. So
less Larry Reid.
less
Larry Reid.
More Bible, less Larry Reid. But yeah, so the two of them, they were from opposite. Don't even feel like they were from opposite camps. Like, but you know, there was this belief that one of the big arguments between these two was that one of them believes that this secularizing of those who represent the kingdom is actually demonic. That we take for granted that secular music has the potential to open up its listeners to the demonic. And so when you get Christian artists promoting listening to secular music, they're opening or introducing or encouraging believers to do the same. And so they are therefore demonic or being influenced by the demonic. And his use of the word demonic was very controversial. And then the other side of the argument was like, whatever you think about secular music, to call it demonic is too much. Like, you're going too far kind of thing. Like, don't run out. Anyway, Maverick City came out and put out their statement, and then the Saints were like, but why are you canceling him though? Okay, so those are all the facts of the case. What say you, Delton? Or you want me to go first?
Hold on, let me put this one on there because Marisha said this to me just now. She put in some more receipts.
Oh, but are they receipts from the camp or receipts from randoms?
This is a receipt from because I want to say this too, but this just remind me. So someone said, hey, let me get it straight. Maverick City used to cut ties with Dante Bo just because he said he liked Lil Nas X music and he was singing along to Bad Bunny.
That's a question or a statement?
That's a question. They say, is that it?
Right.
Y'all let me thinking he had an affair or was an abuser or something. some of y'all Christians are too much sometimes. That's what somebody said.
Right.
And then someone wanted to wait. They got rid of Dante Bo because he was jamming Bad Bunny, while the head of Maverick City got 3 kids, 3 baby mamas, all under 6 years old. See, man.
Who's the head of who's the head?
Chandelier.
He's got 3 baby mamas.
I think it's 3.
3? I thought he had 1
Oh,
son.
no.
I thought he had 1 son with a
Oh,
woman.
no. So you got, well, I know it's 3. I know it's 2, but 2 different baby mamas. But
Okay.
3.
Do I even want to respond to that? Me, I've told you guys, it's not everything that comes to your mind that you type and put on the internet, because you'll be accusing people of looking stupid and you yourself expose your stupidity. Because I understand, but that's a stupid comment to make. You can't be saved and making that comment. And if you're not saved, stay out of saved people business.
They can be safe.
Can't be. Because if you're saved, you would understand the fact that I have 3 baby mamas, the fact that I have 2 baby mamas and 2 children doesn't negate the fact that right now I might be doing the right thing. I'm married to a woman who's carrying my child. And I've never, ever stood and denied that before I came to Christ, I was living wild. Shanana Lamont. Now, I didn't know he had 2 baby mamas. I thought, yeah, 1.
It's 3.
No, but the 3rd includes the one he's with now because she's
His
pregnant.
wife?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the
Yeah.
exclude that.
So you could, you throw out
No, but I
facts.
mean, the last child.
That's
The
sensational.
last child happened in the last 2 years. Last 2 years before the wife. Yeah. No, yeah.
While he was still ministering.
While he was Maverick City.
When?
While he was Maverick City.
And you didn't bring this to DGMT?
I think we did, though.
No.
I think we mentioned.
Nope.
I think we talked about he had someone who's pregnant.
Never.
No,
Never.
it was Dwayne who brought it up to me because I didn't. I wasn't aware.
Then maybe I wasn't here. Maybe you had to show Dwayne. Because I'm genuinely
I remember
shocked.
Dwayne bringing this up.
Fair enough. Okay. I'm not going first.
You race on it. You can't stop now.
No. I think Maverick City's timing was bad. I think it was very soon after one incident. And so people reduced their actions to the one incident. People who are smart, like Jody, earlier on said, so is it possible that there is more to this? That was the first thing Delton said to me. And that's the first thing the person who sent me the cancellation document said, like, it seems like this is too big a response for something that was always my insignificant. Yeah. But I think the more you listen to people talking and the more you kind of follow the story, it appears that there is more to it. I'll also add that I think his letter or his apology, whichever one, the black one, the second one, suggests that he's got issues in his lifestyle. Because when he talked about living in the purpose of living in the purpose of Jesus Christ or something like that, suggests that this is bigger than just being on a party bus.
To living in the purpose of God. That's my life.
That sounds like you've uncommitted.
Yeah.
For you to recommit, you uncommitted. Now, are you acknowledging that singing on a party bus and putting on your Instagram was an act of uncommittance, or is that the fruit of some deeper straying that you've done, right? And then he ends by saying, I want to thank Maverick City. So there's no beef.
No.
I think he's trying to pacify the people that are making Maverick City seem as if they've just had an that
was just spur of the moment, just cut this thing.
Like a disproportional reaction to what he did. Who's that?
It's just
that's scary. Don't do that. Yeah, so I feel like those people that are jumping on Maverick City, if you're in defense of Dante Bo's just said he thanks them, so you'll let it go. Like, y'all are looking for mess, you're looking for trouble. He's told you what you need to know to let it go. Let's get some of these comments before Delton gets his, and then I give my part 2, because I try to break up my rants into sections. Crystal said Kurt was cussing from the second dimension. Anyway, I don't tell y'all. I don't care what you say.
He does no
wrong. I don't care what you do. I know you do wrong. I don't care. Shakara say Peter cussed. Delton, you was investigating deep. I only got the statement from Maverick. Christoph, I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed. One thing about people. Julianne says, I feel like we shouldn't have hung him out to dry. We should have known. We should have been sitting here in December like, boy, I haven't seen.
Well, we don't follow. I told someone, if you look at the tours, there's very rare. There's a few times that you actually see him. He was not like
they could have excommunicated him, and
I think he was out for a while. And I think someone somewhere probably just asked a question like, "Hold on, we ain't seen him." Because you look at the tour videos, you rarely see him in any of the clips. He's not. I told somebody, I was like, "You don't see him much in these clips of the tours. Much as Kingdom City, he was nowhere to be found." So I don't know how long this happened. Well,
Do you think they just succumbed to the pressure of people saying, look, Maverick? But I feel like anybody who's going to say, see, I didn't listen to Maverick City anyway because he's evil, they're not going to listen to you now because you excommunicated him. They're not going to uncancel you because you've sent him away. They already decided that they didn't like you. They just are using what's happened as proof. 3 baby mamas, 1 is his wife. I definitely don't. Anyway, never knew about it. Neither did I, Christoph. Neither did I. They didn't cover him. This could have been a quiet separation. So you think the statement, regardless of whether there is more to the story than what meets the eye, the statement in and of itself is not covering. That's what Julianne is arguing. Julianne's arguing that the statement is exposure while doing ministry. He had the second child while doing ministry. Help me so much. How come he didn't take? Did he sit down? Did he have like a period of sit down after he had the second child? You all know how I feel about that whole thing about sitting people down. Old studio DGMT. You should go back and watch it. But did he have like a whole, I'm sorry, mama? Did he have an I'm sorry to my people, them, I've fallen again? Because all of us fall short of the glory of God. Some of us just don't have receipts like babies that follow our mistakes. But did he have a whole sorry thing? For those people that knew, Christoph says, wow, Chandler was shenanigan. Bye, Christoph. Then produced the album Feelings. I remember that. But I don't remember him having a baby. I remember him making it. That's the one his dad was on, right? Oh, I did not know about the baby. He's been astray. Maverick City didn't cancel him, though. They said they're pausing their professional relationship. Yeah, I think that was another thing I felt like, well, they didn't cancel him. They're just pausing their professional relationship. However, there's a lot to question then. There's a lot to question. But then again, I feel like there's more to the story. I think, let me tell you what I think, and Delton agrees with me. He has chosen a lifestyle and they disagree. And he's not unchoosing it. He's not apologizing for it. And so they discontinued their relationship. That's what I think.
Nah, maybe feel like it could be with Andre.
Andre?
The keyboard.
No, his name's not Andre.
What it was?
I can't remember.
Yeah, Andre?
It's not Andre.
What is?
Aaron.
So it could be him and Aaron. It could be. Dun, 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 the plot thickens.
Julianne says, though, they hung him out to dry. In the words of Rich Tolbert, we need a refiner. That's it. Listen, artists like Kirk Franklin, Jonathan Reynolds, Fred Hammond, the people that I respect, even Mav City, them people whose music has the deepest lyrics because they've been to the deepest, darkest places. And the love of God has found them right there. It is those who are forgiven much that love much. I don't think you can write lyrics like that if you haven't lived on the rough side of the mountain. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. We need the refiner. Come on now, Shakara. That's it. KML, he was being consumed, but by strange fire. You're giving Christoph any excuse. He did say sorry, Marisha says. Okay, I missed all of that. So very true. And I mean, after Davidson, he wrote some psalms that people are still quoting this day. To sin and write a new album, that makes Bible sense. It doesn't make church people sense.
Well, definitely
it makes Bible sense.
A man after God's own heart.
What? The church I went to last Sunday, the preacher preached about David and how David's mistake was part of God's plan, and anybody who tried to come up against him, even in this mess, had to die.
Like, Jesus, Lord, that right there. Like God killed somebody
so,
for my future.
If the worship leader, the psalmist, the minstrel, after a time of sinning,
the minstrel,
and reconciling with God, I'm talking about any worship leader, psalmist, minstrel, sins fall short of glory, whether a sin that follows them for the rest of their lives in like by way of a child, or something that they can quietly do and get away with, and no one's ever gonna know. If after that moment of sin, and then they turn back to the Father and repent, and from that broken place, they produce music that sets people free, produces music that brings people to salvation, do they need to have a period of sitting down? Because I'm pretty sure Chandler has not sat down, because I never stopped seeing him.
I mean, like, should they have? Should
they? Do they still need it? Because, you know, we have the whole, well, we know God's forgiven you, and actually we know you were really sorry, but we're still going to sit you down.
I'm not a proponent of that. first and foremost.
Oh Jesus, I feel the man. I feel the bishop's coming in.
Yeah, I'm not born of the whole.
I feel like you just summoned him with the like a
the
silent
bat
whistle.
signal, the bat signal went out. Yeah, no, so I'm not born of that whole like making people sit down. If you've chosen a lifestyle, yes, now you have a problem. Now, if you have sinned, regardless of the fact that we have a receipt of a child, so now your sin is found out. I don't believe. I never really got understood like what we're sitting you down for, unless it's like you battling with something that you need to like take away from leading people, or is it strictly just for the eye test to make people believe that we give you some kind of punishment because you sin? Now I think a lot of time that's what it's for. It's like,
Now,
it's like the same thing of saying like, oh, hey guys, we caught Vera. No, we caught Vera. Vera got caught. She's having a child.
And you see,
Listen to
Delton
me.
is laugh at me when I watch old DGMT, but the reason I do is so that I can reference the previous conversation. We said this last time, and the closer came and told us it is more for the protection of that person. That is not just about the optics and making other people seem happy, but it's about protecting them. That while you may be genuinely sorry for your sin and fully forgiven by God, there is still some growth. There is still some healing that needs to happen for you and for your members. So to protect you, you sit down.
Me as a pastor, you don't mean that's what you do.
And I'm worship leader. I mean, anybody who stands in front of the, you don't sit down. You don't sit down people who don't do nothing in church. It's only people who do things in church who sit down.
Besides ban.
Yeah, they don't count.
Because you said minstrels, I was like, they don't really count. They don't come for the minstrels, and they come for the psalmists.
No, I meant real minstrels. I don't mean the ones that play music. I mean real minstrels.
They don't come for the band.
I mean the real minstrels.
So for the singers, what are we protecting you from? What do you say at the time? What are we protecting you from?
It's a protection for them and their ministry. You gotta heal. You gotta grow. You gotta let God mend your broken heart. That's what the man of God say on the last show, and we were nodding our heads.
I agree.
Like, okay.
I agree, Shagara. It's church cosmetics. Sorry, it's church cosmetics. I mean, because it does nothing.
Well, then, if it's church cosmetics, why is it a reference point for people 2-3 years later?
It doesn't work.
Why are we calling out Shilan Lamore? And
I think his
second baby mama and second baby when he done said sorry and produced an album.
I think it's like, so why y'all sitting down, Dante? We didn't sit down.
But then there has to be a clear difference between me and him.
That's why I say. I think it's if you've chosen a lifestyle of sin, or I guess in their mindset, if let's take it to a homosexual conversation, where if you're living a homosexual lifestyle, then we know for us, even though for them they don't believe.
Now we're assuming it's a homosexual.
I said if I say let's just say it's homosexual. I made it very clear. I don't say that he's homosexual. That you're choosing a lifestyle of sin. So this is why we sit you down.
And I'm not gonna lie, the English teacher in me read that apology letter for him, and I was like, "There's something more to this."
Yeah. No, guys, that it would not make sense for Maverick City to sit him down for this kind of thing if they're so concerned.
They're not even sitting him down. They're just
separating. If they're separating themselves from him at this time in their professional matter, it doesn't make sense. If we're gonna look at, because he did this thing that in this culture we're gonna consider it wrong when people in Maverick City, men, have their nails painted. If we're gonna take it to the extreme, I've seen videos of whatever the little white guy named from Elevation Church, the one with the nails painted. Yeah, his fingernails painted black. The actual leaders of Maverick City, the ones who started the whole group of them, they did an interview with Naomi Rain the other day. They have on nail polish. In our culture, hey, we don't do that as Christians. But y'all have that. That's why I say, so for them to put the statement out there, it has to be more than just him out here. He was on the bus and he was having fun with the song from Bad Bunny. No, I think this has to be, this guy has made a lifestyle choice that is going to be made public soon, or is already being seen in public. And before this happens public,
before the
we're gonna jump ahead of this and be like, "Hey guys, he ain't with us."
But also,
although he could be with us,
I'm being very presumptuous.
But he's public with us, so he can be private with us.
I'm being presumptuous, but when I think about it, and I think about Maverick City's stance separating themselves from him, I kind of feel like you would like to believe that they followed the steps, that they went to their brother, they corrected their brother. They took the elders, the elders corrected their brother, and their brother still refused. And so what they did is they treated him like a
little castaway. Like when they wash their hands
of him, in terms of, you're not one of us now. We still love you, and he's made it clear that that love for him He's
Yeah.
never he does not feel as if the love for him has ended. He feels supported, but at the same time, oh, no, you're not one of us. There's more.
It
There's
has
more.
to. There got to be
There's
more.
got to be more.
Yeah. So our conclusion of Dante Boy is there got to be more. Now, will we ever find out the more? I think we will.
Delton, we're hoping not to.
No, but I think it has. I think it has to be more. I don't think it's going to go away that easy.
But he's just said he's going off social media, so whatever it is.
They don't never take off long. People like that, they usually addicted to the social media lifestyle. How did you know what I'm doing?
You know what this brought to my mind? The idea that we take for granted that like Christianity doesn't make you immune to the wiles of fame. In fact, you become greater prey to all the things that come along with being famous and being well known.
I'm very cold.
You can tell. Non-saved folk get famous and their lives spiral out of control because of just the implications of fame and being known and always being watched and having money and having access and having influence, and how that can destroy you as someone who is not saved. And then when you think of the fact that you are saved and that you have a witness to protect, your adversary is on your back 1,000 more %. And for me, I when I read his statement and listened to all the back and forth, I just felt like he's very much a victim of circumstances. He's a victim of he's just a victim of fame. I think he's a victim. He's a saved victim of fame, unfortunately.
All right. We go with that.
That's how I feel.
Until we know more. So, I mean, we still play his music on Glory 93.9 FM. We still play songs that he sings with. I like his album. I have 2 of his albums. I like him. I don't bomb with him.
I like his voice.
You say you like his voice? Good voice.
Not his singing voice is great, but I can imagine his talking voice is beautiful. I have a thing for male voices, just saying. Don't sing to me though, please, for the love of God, don't sing to me.
Oh yeah, personal that send me these pictures, definitely. I like that right there. That's a big problem for me.
Send this to me, dude. I don't appreciate you having side conversations while we are on the radio.
No, this is in regards to the statement I made a few minutes ago about persons and their fingernails.
Oh, okay.
So they said that was sent to me just now. And I was like, yeah, no, that's a problem for me. Because I saw it.
Who's that?
I'm going to say the next one right now. So you can see exactly what it is. Because I saw that and I was like, hey, we don't do that here. That's like, we don't do that. We don't do that here. We not on this side.
That's why we're not doing it here. We're doing it elsewhere.
We're doing it on the next side. Anywho, guys.
You did the zoom in though.
That's the thing. I know the zoom in. I saw it in person. I was like, hey. No, Jody. So anyway, guys. So yeah. So my thing on the thing is there's got to be more. Do I really care for the more? No. Feel like go looking for the more?
I do think this supports my argument. I've been telling you guys this from day one. You guys you are determined to walk as close to the line as possible.
Is our show got started?
Why? And honestly, I had to search myself because there's a video of Prophet. Is it prophetess? Is she a prophetess? Is she apostle, pastor? Iona Locke. There's one clip that goes around of her every so often, and she's just calling out the church for just being too much like the world. Like it's difficult to tell the difference between us and them. And while wearing pajamas while you're performing and nail polish and all these things are not intrinsically bad, they just make it difficult to separate ourselves. And then we find ourselves looking, when you are going to the award ceremony, child of God, singing gospel music, you are looking for Little Nas X. I mean, let there be some kind of difference between us and them. And our determination to find... That's rain? Mm-hmm. Our determination to find every reason why we can do. We're like, yeah, but I can get 15 piercings and I can have tattoos and I can do this and I can do that and I can wear this and my dress can be short and I can do all of these things. I'm looking for reasons and excuses as to why we can. And a lot of the times, really and truly, I believe when we get to heaven, Jesus is going to say, no, you could, but did you need to? How did that benefit the kingdom? Too much of this is about satisfying self, gratifying self. When I look at all this stuff, I was like, y'all was walking so close to the line the whole time.
Yep.
It is by no surprise that somebody fell over the edge of the cliff. It doesn't surprise me. And for me, I hope what this does for the people of God who want to exercise their freedoms and walk in the fullness of all that grace has to offer in this dispensation of grace, I hope it would make us take a few more steps back from the line. Like, do you know what? I don't need to do that. I don't need to go there. I don't need to fool with that. It's okay. I would be fine if I did, but let me not. Let me not, because it just brings me way too close. It's becoming harder and harder to find the separation between those who are saved and those who are not. And
sadly, I mean, I think that is the goal. That it really is the goal. We've embraced this culture now that says, let's David, and they use scripture too, that we become all things the way we may win some.
Well, to be fair, I didn't finish my point. My point was,
sorry, go ahead, man.
Stop playing the secular music in the church. That was my point. That's where I wanted to go. That's where I wanted to go. Because we go back and forth with this whole secular music, and we haven't actually had the show about secular music, period. Like, Christians listen to secular music. We've always talked about when they take the secular song and they remix and they bring it into church. We haven't actually, we skirt it, we touch it. We've never had a show dedicated to it. We put a pin in talking about going to the club.
And carnival.
We put a pin in that. We said we're going to come to it. And everybody's going to jump on a live and give us 1,000 reasons why we can listen to secular music, we can go to carnival, and we can go to the club. It's not necessary. It's not necessary.
It's not.
It's not.
However,
I'm not fighting you as to whether you can go or can't go, but it's not necessary. Stop playing the secular music in the church because it's too hard to find a difference between us and them. And then tell you how I feel. I feel like Jesus have enough melodies in heaven. If you're really struggling, he can give you something. Or remix an old church song.
So we ain't gotta take the song for the devil and reclaim for the kingdom. We not reclaim the songs for the kingdom.
Speaking of the secular in the church, you should play our friend who led worship and took the people all the way in. Fantasia.
And that's the one that the people love, that the Christians love. We love a good Fantasia, because although she can show half of what she can show,
she was
84% of her body.
She was dressed.
And I'm in a general concerts. Although she can show about 84% of her body, she can lead you in a strong time worship.
And I just feel like the standard is so low.
Yeah, because she was at the crossover. I seen
hold on. When I say standard is so low, I'm not necessarily speaking about Fantasia, but I'm saying that the standard is just really low in everything. The standard is just so low. And for me, these scandalous Christian moments, they just scare me back into, no, Vera, don't ever get so comfortable with the world that you've been playing Uno with the world so long, you lose your sense of what side you represent. Like, don't forget that. And if you've got to take extreme measures to make sure that people know what you represent, that when you speak, your word carries weight, that there is integrity to who you are, that they can cut you at any part and still find the same thing, take those measures, because this gospel, the witness you have, is the most valuable thing that you have. So take the extreme measures. Make that sacrifice of that thing that you want to do, that thing that you would like to do, that thing you'd like to wear, that song you'd like to sing. Make the sacrifice, because actually it's worth it. It's worth it.
Amen and amen. That ends our word for the day.
This whole thing has been heavy on my spirit. I'm not gonna lie.
This ends our word for the day.
I read my Bible extra long because I said, Father, I don't want to ever be in that position.
This ends our word today from Minister Vera. Please govern yourselves accordingly. Like the people say, take what's for you. No, you take all of that.
Oh, Princess said, true Vera. Thank you so much for your support. We're gonna be listening to Maverick all Christmas. Christoph says, so don't mind the current noise. You ain't lie.
No, new album coming soon.
New album coming soon. If it's not already on Spotify.
On the way.
True Vera. Now Princess say, oh Vera, because I heard the remix to Gyra and I was like, what is this? I've heard Gyra being put over the beat for Sexual Healing.
Oh yeah. I think that's a TikTok phase. That was
but people don't feel no ways.
Oh no, they don't care
about taking songs about Gyra and put it over Sexual Healing, because it's normal now. That's what we used to do. Sometimes I have to check the radio station to make sure that it's still gospel. If you stay locked into Glory 93.9 Princess, we hope you do not have this issue. Not expedient. Christoph Samuel Colbrook. Why you tag Samson Colbrook? Why you tag him now? You want me to fire shots at him? my good ex-student. There needs to be a difference between light and darkness in order for it to be easy for unbelievers to see. Amen and amen. Light dispels darkness. Terrell says, so we can't play last when the service ends then.
Do you know, before anybody know who he was, this is a burner guy. There was a time when his song was sliding into gospel culture, and I never locked it.
Which one?
This whole Jerusalem song.
That's not him.
He is a part of that.
Jerusalem is not his song, though.
Yes, he has rights to it, because I know, because he took the claim to some of our video that a church that we had from years ago, because now that he's popular and he's been signed to a label, people are claiming their stuff. So when everybody be dancing to the body, Jerusalem, and I was like,
he's on the remix to the song.
Yeah, no, so his voice is like a part of. So that's how I know, because they've been taking the claims back for the song. That's how I know it's attached to him. So the one that's popular is that's the version of him.
Powerful.
And so I was like, I don't think this is the song of the Lord. It's like, but they say Jerusalem. That don't mean nothing. It's
The
like,
song says "Take Me Back to Jerusalem."
I'm like, that don't mean nothing. Like, no, it's gospel. It says Jerusalem.
Right.
So that means it's gospel.
People were arguing that it's gospel. I don't think anyone was saying it's gospel. They were like, it's just not as bad secular. That's what I thought the people then were saying.
No.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
No.
Father God.
No. So last? No last.
Oh, no. Last. Because he cusses in last.
I don't know the words.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know the words of that song.
He cusses in last. Why do I know? Because on Spotify it has an E next to it.
Explicit. It's explicit.
Explicit content is blocked on my Spotify.
Hey, praise the Lord.
Has to.
Hey,
I told you at this stage of my life. So
Uh,
Terrell, from the desk of DGMT, the answer is a strong no. It's a strong no. No last at the end of service. Watch what happens when we drop oil in. Watch what happens when you drop oil in dirty water. Dana coming with that deepness on today. That dirty water just scatters. It spreads. The pastor has spoken. Powerful. I see what you guys are doing. That's powerful, Vera. Read the standard and the witness of the church. My eye, oh, then cry. What's that? I think that's from last. I think that's a lyric from last.
I wouldn't even
Sin, focus. You stay in the spirit. Wow, it's like the praise song I heard someone singing, I'm chasing after you. They wasn't talking about Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
What do you mean?
Here's stuff that is
Means nothing at all. Ask Elephant Man precisely. Vera, I agree. I'm constantly asking myself, as a leader of the youth STEM, is this expedient? Things I want to do that are okay but not effective for Christian witness. Come on, just spoke about this last night. We have to remember we live our lives for the influence of the kingdom. Listen, when you start arguing about how far you can go, you've made this about you. When we start splitting hairs about what we can and cannot do and what's okay and what's not okay, you're living your life for you. It's about your satisfaction.
Yep.
Now, the flip side is, for years, we lived in bondage to rules from organizations. And that's what the kickback is against.
Yeah.
Having rules for rules' sake.
Rules that they couldn't explain.
Restricting us. Rules that they couldn't explain. So now we've become obsessed with explaining, with intellectualizing, with saying, well, the word, when it was used here in this scripture, the Greek actually means to such and such, to such and such. At
that time, it was cultural.
And it was cultural. So, and so we intellectualized in response to just feeling oppressed by rules we could not explain. And in many ways couldn't justify scripturally. And so the good saints took on the Berean nature and went to study the scriptures and realized the scriptures don't actually say what you said they say.
No.
But now we've gone to the other extreme.
So now we take what the scripture doesn't say. That means we could do it. So like the scripture doesn't say what you say, and based upon this, we could do whatever we want.
That's a gray area. Then don't swim in it. Why would you want to swim in anything that's gray?
That looks great. Let me head over there.
You understand? Like, why swim in things that are gray?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not going to sit here like there aren't aspects of my life that probably, if I sat down, I was like, this is a gray area. You probably should leave this one alone. And I promise you, as a result of the wildness of the saints, I'm going to be doing more introspection. I'm going to be doing a lot more looking at myself like, maybe we shouldn't do that. And just ask for the Holy Spirit to remove any blinders I have, because you know some things you've been doing all your life, and so you can't even begin to see them as something that could be potentially a hindrance to your witness. It could limit you from reaching somebody.
Yeah.
You just can't even see that. And pray that the Holy Spirit reveals those areas to us. Shakara, that's like the electric slide. All the saints does that stuff.
Oh, don't come for the electric slide, man.
Shakara,
Because you can
the
feel
song
it.
say you gotta feel
It's electric, man.
What's electric?
Boogie woogie.
The Holy Ghost.
Like fire shot in my bones. Boogie woogie woogie woogie.
I can't tell you what that song says. I just heard that Tony Braxton medley with the beat and went back to the early 2000s. We're not going to sit here and say that the beat to that song isn't absolutely spanking. I watched Last with the Tony Braxton cut.
I know.
I watched, as I do, I watched an old DGMT, and Delton and I were talking about the song with Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, and we had to be honest and talk about how much of a banger that was.
Banger. It was
problematic. We not finna talk about that on today. What do you mean?
I think let it slide. I don't let it slide. That's a classic.
Leave that alone. So anyway, that's what's been going on in Christendom, in gospel musicdom.
And as also what's been going on, we want to say that there's Pastor Rakina Malka has been.
Oh my goodness! How did we not talk about that in news and reviews?
Selected as the new pastor of Mount Tabor Church.
That was poorly done.
I know, but
we slipped. We dropped the ball.
No, you said that also happened in church. Like, no, that's not always happening in church. What's also been happening in church locally,
internationally, locally,
locally. Well, a good friend of the Glory Night 3.9 FM, and a good friend of us.
Right here. I mean, I feel bad.
A one schoolie of myself and Princess.
My goodness.
Definitely Princess schoolie, definitely. Completely her schoolie. I mean, we went to the same school. Him and Princess were actually in the same grade together. At Aaron Bailey, the great Aaron Bailey. Just want to put it out there. Face of pride.
Oh, you coming back for one assembly as alumni. Oh yeah, buddy.
Oh, listen to me.
Listen.
He gonna be up in there.
Absolutely, but from the desk of DGMT, aside from all the other things that we sent out from the desk of DGMT,
yeah,
today,
that's what
we send out. Big congratulations to one Pastor Rakino.
Even though I did see somebody say, "You don't tell them congratulations." It's like I don't congratulations.
You know, that's how I feel.
Like,
I told y'all that.
I'm gonna tell them congratulations.
But when we were given those collars and they were telling us congratulations, in my mind I was like, don't say that to me. This is sackcloth. This is time for sackcloth and weeping and wailing. Like, there's no congratulations. I always feel really uncomfortable to tell people congratulations but you do it because that's what you're supposed to do.
No, but it's an accomplishment. See what it's like. You could be deep about it as much as you want to try to be.
Is it an accomplishment?
It's an accomplishment. To be a
yeah, it's an accomplishment. Agreed.
In its true sense.
Agreed.
It's an accomplishment.
Agreed.
Yeah, no.
Princess
said, saying that your life exemplifies that.
President.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay. In that it's like congratulations for representing Jesus. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And to be honest, that's at this point in life where we are right now. You need to be congratulated.
Honestly,
that you have to.
Based on the conversation we just had.
Absolutely. You definitely should be congratulated.
If you've managed to keep yourself unspotted by this world. In order to be seen worthy for this great call, congratulations are due. Delton, I hear you.
Yeah, man.
I'm not going to say it. No, I'm still not going to say it.
You going to tell congratulations?
Oh, no, I've already shared. But I mean, I'm not going to make that part of my vocabulary when somebody becomes ordained.
So what do you say?
I just give them a strong hug and be like, I'm praying for you.
So they got you on.
Delton. And maybe it's because I was raised in the church around pastors and preachers, and I had friends who became ministers and deacons and everything. I was just like, baby girl, I feel it for you. I know you didn't want it.
They got you too.
They got you.
They got you too.
They got you.
Yeah,
but you serve him faithfully here.
Yeah, I don't know. So this is a very big deal. I haven't spoken with him since the announcement.
You haven't sent him congratulations?
I did not send him congratulations. I plan to send him a very, very funny picture at one point. I plan to make a sticker. I plan to make a sticker of him and send him real soon. Because the picture I've been waiting is to make a sticker of him.
Now I must say he is of the belief that the stickers that already exist were created by you. I did defend you. I said it wasn't you.
But this one here, I say this one here.
All I Jesus.
From old DJ. This from
My
old studio.
Digga-mata.
This from
What was
old
happening?
studio. You was talking to, remember this guy came on and they was talking about something, but
Wow,
left.
who's he?
Yeah, that's another pastor. So that's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
I'll go say
Anyway, we got distracted. Congratulations. I said it, Delton. Give me a round of applause.
Seriously, you been going blinkers a lot today.
You leave her. Christoph, I thought we straightened you out. I thought we straightened you out.
And she asked Christoph. She definitely has to be a cool. But so I think I will send a meme real soon.
That's a good one.
Just to just because.
Screenshot the response.
just because. And so man, so that's a very big deal. I'm really excited for the next one-on-one. I believe that's going to be hot. So Christoph, look out for that.
We missed the window of opportunity because for weeks we've been saying we wanted the one-on-one crew
we wanted to come on
DGMT, but now
they
new levels.
It's like, oh, you guys. No, we don't do your show.
We don't do that.
It's like come up with the commenters.
Last week was our window of opportunity.
Yeah,
we were supposed to talk about Juanita. And we wanted to hear what the man of God had to say about that.
We wanted to ask them
about
that whole charge.
Yeah, we wanted to know what they thought. But anyway.
But now they didn't go.
Nevertheless.
Hopefully we get one of them come back on. So Christoph, look for that. When I come on Christoph, when I one-on-one, when you see I think go for one-on-one again, Christoph, you go ahead, you share, because that can be hot. That can be hot.
Okay.
And I'm going to be planning on coming. I might come in for that one.
You might come in.
I might come in for that. Because I'm going to be here just to sit the feet. Sit at the feet of the medical. Hey guys, we are. Where the flyer? Let me put the flyer out. Christoph, send me the flyer. Send me the flyer that you posted of one Minister Wilson. Let me post that online real quick as we get ready to leave, because there's a big celebration concert of a worship experience that is happening.
Any in-person tickets for one-on-one? They need to do one-on-one with the studio audience.
Studio audience, live studio audience.
Live studio audience.
I ain't paying, but I come in. A night of worship choir fest is happening on Friday. Next week Friday, the 7th of October. It's going to be held at Calvary Deliverance Church, East Street South. It's brought to you by Christian Tabernacle, and a friend of ours at DGMT, Minister Eunice Roll. And let me upload the flyer, because the very own, she got to talk about this, because she don't talk about herself.
First of all, I didn't know I was going to be on a flyer. I'm not going to lie to you.
So
the flyer caught me off guard.
Our very own one Minister Vera, praise and worship. I guess you don't say expert in the kingdom of God. You don't expert. Only God say expert. Praise and worship leader.
That's fine. Right there's okay.
We'll be there. Let me take this comment off so y'all can see her. She's right there on the flyer. As you can see here, I will my mouse like y'all can see my mouse. Y'all got my mouse. But she's right there underneath the little yellow sign next to another friend of the show. What? Minister Lillian.
Right.
Minister
Christoph said your
Oslian.
picture caught us off guard, Vera. Christoph, qualify that statement. Was it the picture itself or the fact that I was on the flyer? I need you to be specific.
Because for her, it was the picture.
Of all the photos. That's what Christoph said. Of all the... Christoph.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Christoph. No, we weren't.
All is well.
That was not submitted. That was not vetted by the board at all.
All is well.
That picture was not vetted by the board.
I have one desire, that God may be glorified.
I'll let you say it.
Don't worry about the size of my forehead. I just want God to be glorified. So for those of you that can make it 7:30 next Friday, it's going to be a time. It's going to be a time. I'm excited. I do feel very, very honored to be on this flyer with such heavy hitters as people who've released songs, people who have signed,
Yeah.
This is a real slate of honorable guests. I'm gonna need Vera to have a headshot. Terrell, I've put that on my to-do for my birthday.
You should call.
Who? Terrell Clinton. I saw that he was plugging himself. Terrell,
and nothing Terrell loves more than a good natural shot.
Terrell, I'm not gonna lie to you.
He likes natural hair. He likes good photography. Oh no, he had like many, like a series. No, he had a series of this whole thing.
What, natural hair shots? And I was just gonna permit. I was just gonna
don't do it.
I was okay. DGMT. Let me tell you what my plan was. My plan was to do like a whole cut my hair off, get a little pixie cut, permit, and do headshots for my birthday. That was my plan. Terrell, stand by. Stand by. I may yet call you.
It's,
But
congratulations.
yeah, if
also
ever
goes to
I was
King of Doom.
wondering whether I need headshots, it's here, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. This right here is like, man, he might want to get professional headshots done, just in case.
Do you know who encouraged me? One Minister Yasmin. She got headshots for her birthday this year.
She did, yeah.
And
it's been,
Elevation has followed her ever since.
It has.
She was ready.
she
was ready. I'ma do it. Marisha, I'ma do it. You telling me cut my hair and perm it or take the pictures? Which one? What are we talking about?
No, Shantae say, listen to me. Shantae was listening.
Shantae, me and you are not friends
Shantae,
today.
she on the
Shantae,
road.
you and I are not friends today.
Because you ignore her? Because you blew it?
No. That's don't bring it out. I just want Shantae to know I'm still in my feelings. And I'm usually very good at getting out of my feelings, but I'm still in my feelings. I hear you though. She said, don't cut this hair, Vera. Listen, those that have it, those that don't have it, they don't understand. Don't understand.
The
hair is stress. No, it's work.
So Michelle says,
full-time job.
Take the photos, no haircut.
I see.
Marisha would say hair's
Not
back.
Stephanie, who's always changing.
Stephanie says,
dreads, no dreads. Not you telling me don't cut it.
Don't cut it.
Man, stop.
So we here for the no cut. So I didn't know the no cut has it. We won. so however,
what gets me is y'all thought this was up for a vote.
This democratic.
Y'all thought this was
democratic.
Up for a vote. Donnie say Pixie is more work. Interesting.
So
one thing I don't want is more work. I'm tired.
So you have Terrell on the line. Terrell's photographer. You have Christoph, a photographer. You have Donald, who's a photographer from I Promise Media. All you get photographers.
Can I get a DGMT special? First one to offer it. That's it. I'm going with you. Because all of you.
First person to
offer me a DGMT special. No man, not free. You must give the workman his honest pay. Give him what he's worth. However,
I would say me, but they stole my camera. And since then, I haven't been the same.
I keep forgetting. Donald, Terrell said he's ready. Bing, Terrell, I'm a message you.
Since they stole my gear, I haven't been the same. My life has never been the same.
My goodness.
I need Rodney video. Where's Rodney crying videos?
I was going through my photos just trying to clean up, and I found some old footage. Those of you that saw this morning, I was feeling very blessed by the dance ministry at Life Worship Center, and I posted one of their old ministrations. I also saw the video of Rodney with the playing Junkanoo in the background. And I said, I need to star this.
I hope you save that.
Because I'm going to need this very soon. I'm going to need this very soon. I said, I put that in my favorites.
Julianne, don't do it.
You don't have the Julianne. You do not have the right to tell me nothing.
All right, so we have one. So photographer says Terrell's ready.
Ready. Christoph come off the live. Like, I don't do that here. We do not.
Chris like discount. Whoa.
Discount.
Not change boy photography.
And you're not even part of my my weather WhatsApp group, and you want discount. Christoph, it's okay. I understand.
Christoph, come on. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Christoph say I'm gonna head out. That's also
absolutely gone.
Discount. We don't do that here. Anyway, guys, so we gonna head up on out of here. Chris
say right here watching. I'm intentionally not saying.
Chris say, "Hey, Jesse, I ain't no competition for no."
But yeah, we're gonna do that. So those of you that can make it on Friday, do.
Chris say straight fire.
Straight fire. I know life is. We have an evening of prayer and time in the Word.
Yeah, on that night. So on that same night.
That same night. So
we can after we pray, we can head down. We can head down. Yeah. Head down the road. No, we come in, and I'm pretty sure you can be in the second half.
Okay.
Or the third half. They lost half that.
I say cut it for Dennis. This time to go. That is right there. The time to say goodbye.
Got it for
say Shantae, Judy, Delton, nor Michelle are coming to do your hair. And Stephanie, you are absolutely correct. I'm trying to stay focused as these people here getting me distracted. It's time to go. Saints, it's been a wonderful time with you on the live. Thank you for joining us. It's 3:17 on Saturday, the 1st of October. It's
Mask free Saturday.
Mask free. We have been free at last.
Free at last.
Free at last. Thank God. Free at last.
Yeah, for me, this is not much of a big deal because I don't go nowhere. So like this is not even a big deal for me.
This is very true.
Because the other day I
don't need to go to the store, but I'm going to the store today.
That's because
just because I can and do it without my ass.
But that's income thing on the city to sanitize. I don't want to sanitize either security.
You still need to sanitize?
I'm pretty sure you do. I don't think that's
why.
I don't know.
because we keep them sanitizing as just a
Your
good
hands should be
human
clean.
habit.
Yeah,
Let's
keep
do that
your
then.
hands clean, man.
That's fine. My thing is, what
Who shall
is
ascend
that
into the hills of the
sanitizer?
Lord?
After that first 2 months, that sanitizer was questionable.
Anything.
Didn't have a smell. Texture was strange.
I tell
sticky,
you this,
watery.
I walked into a shop one day and they had a little automatic one and I did it. And I was like, okay, now let's put water in here. And the girl laughed. I was like, okay, I know I'm telling the truth. Because the way it came out, it's like, okay, this is just water, isn't it? And she laughed. I was like, okay.
It's not even water with alcohol. It's just water.
I was like, let's wash your hands a bit. Let's spread it around. What about it? It's like, just spread it around. I was like, okay. So from now on, I'm not using that anymore. But anyway, guys, y'all be safe. Have a great. Oh, I also want to say congratulations out to they are friends of Glory 93.9 FM. That is Tanaj Cartwright, known as Najee Dunn, and his wife, who just had their twins today as well. So we have Eman.
That is lovely.
We have Eman, who had his baby girl today, and Najee Dunn, who had his girls. I don't know what it is. Is boy or girl or girl? I ain't sure. But I know it was twins. I knew it was twins. So shout outs to all of them. We send congratulations to them too. As a parent, I'll say don't make congratulations to them. As me, myself, and I haven't been a parent. Congratulations. You don't know the stress.
And that's how I feel about the ministry thing. But then the same thing I would say to you, you should say to me, are you not grateful to God?
I'm grateful, definitely grateful. So Jason Neek, so shout out to Jason Neek and Najee, and then Iman and Rose on their birth of their new
that is
children.
Sweet. First day of
today.
October.
First day of October.
Last quarter of the year.
Children born
about to be the best quarter
a boy
of
and a girl.
life.
All right, so it's a boy and a girl twin. And then Iman has this girl who just like twins because they born the same day. It's a year apart. So congratulations to them. Hope that mommy and children are all healthy. And so be safe. Join us tomorrow for those who are looking for a church experience, a real experience, a life experience. Join us down there, Life Worship Center. 2 opportunities to worship with us, 8 a.m. and 11:15ish. Right there at CHU's Auditorium. And tomorrow we have our communion service. I have a flyer for that. I definitely have a flyer for that.
It's the way you sound so proud about it.
How do I know? Because I just remember, like, why did I put a flyer up? Because we have our communion service tomorrow. So you want to come on down. If you want to join us for communion, feel free to do so. Communion is happening by 11 o'clock service tomorrow. 11:15 service. So join us down there at Life Worship Center, located in the. Hey, I almost said it again. Why is that still in my head?
Listen, when Delton said Wong's Plaza yesterday, my whole.
Located in the CHU's Auditorium.
2nd of October. I can't believe it.
2nd October. We in the
glory to God.
And so come join us tomorrow. Feel free to come on now. Until next week, keep it locked to Glory 93.9 FM. Our new show, our new lineup is definitely in full rotation. Marisha comes your way early in the morning like a waitress woman. She comes on from 7 o'clock in the morning.
To be early enough to encourage other people to be awake. And
to be awake.
It's
gotta be. So Marisha comes your way at the good, decent, oily time of 7 o'clock, and then I'll make my way to the studio anytime after 11. Then, of course, we're hoping that one-on-one can come back real soon so we get the tea. That's all we really want.
Christoph said, first Sunday communion, no masks.
Equals
Shekinah glory. Let me tell you, we've been having Shekinah glory for the last 3 years.
And
buddy.
also no masks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't want to say the equation. That final, we've been having it.
Yeah, no masks.
It's not an easy road. We will continue to pray your strength.
And no COVID breakouts either.
My God, come on.
Yikes. So
we didn't say anything about those in Fort Myers and the parts of Florida.
Those Florida. So
Hurricane Ian.
So our Floridians, so those I don't know anybody on that western side of Florida. So I mean my family that lives over there, they were safe. They were on the other side. But if there was anybody who was affected, or any family affected, we continue to pray for your strength. It was very, 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 very I can't remember what the word is, but it was devastating. But I was trying to recall it. It felt a lot like watching the videos. I remember like Freeport now.
Right.
Some of the storm surges is like whoa. And then they had a little bit worse than us because in that Florida area, there's a lot of gators. And I saw a guy with a video
of a gator just in his house.
No, that was a picture. I don't know what a real picture is.
No, I saw a video.
Oh yeah, I saw a video. This guy had this gator in his house, and he was upstairs, and he was like, "Well, there's a snake," and then he showed the snake, and I was like, "Oh Lord Jesus, take the house!" And then there was rats. There's rats. There was also just like swimming around in his house.
Oh goodness!
And he's upstairs, just trying to stay safe. And I was like, "Jesus Lord," like, "Oh Lord Jesus." Anyway, so we sent our prayers to those in Florida.
Rats,
I think
ew.
it's up. I think it's now just the regular cyclone that should dissipate soon. And then there's something else that we, as me and Christoph, we are watching the coming of the coast of Africa.
Church boy production weather.
There's another system that just form off coast of Africa that we're keeping an eye on that has about 70% chance of turning into a hurricane, according to us.
She's talking to my mummy.
As meteorologists.
She was talking about. I was asking about her progress with building of a house. She said the building has stopped. It's been a lot of rain. I was like, well, that seems fair. If the hurricanes are coming off the coast of Africa and causing rain over here, y'all should have a bit of rain at least.
It should.
I felt like.
However, like the hurricanes never go that way though.
No, they come from there.
It's like,
they have no conception of any kind of natural disaster.
Yeah, they feel like hurricanes. What's that? Like, no, we get it from y'all though. It's like,
Shakira say she wearing a mask tomorrow. You planning to sing with the mask on, eh? Powerful.
Also, they're north. I'll just say, all right, then. So that's good. So I mean,
and we expect to continue to be good.
Oh yeah. We in our prayers.
We declare the word of the Lord.
And God is being true to his word.
He has.
Not a word is false.
My goodness.
To the ground. So until next week, Saturday for DGMT, but also until all day for you, you listen to Glory 93.9 FM. And y'all be safe. Y'all have a God-filled weekend, a glory-filled weekend. Keep it locked to Glory 93.9 FM. Let's play it again. We can end the same way we started with the latest single, In From One, Marisha Walker. The song is called
You Got It.
So y'all be safe. I've been Delton.
I've been Vera. It's been real.
It's been fun.
It's been real fun,
guys. So until next week, we gone.
Just like David danced, I will dance before you, Lord. Just like Daniel in the den, I will stay strong. So when trials and tribulations come, that's the time I will sing to you this song. Nothing to worry about. I know you got it, don't need to cry no more. I know you got it, I can stand and be proud, yeah. I know you got it, shout out your name so loud. You got my back, and you never let me go. You got my back, and you never let me go. You got my back, and you never let me go. You got my back, you got my back. You got it under control, under control. You